And we welcome in YouTube. We welcome in Sportscaster for this one. Thank you guys so much for being a part of both of these streams. Tonight here, Sunday Night Football on the way here, calling play-by-play. Hey, we welcome in Bobby here, back to Sportscaster. What is good, Bobby? Welcome in, my man. Should be a good game here, Sunday Night Football. Chiefs taking on the Colts at Arrowhead, though. Big announcement was that Darius Leonard has been rolled out for this game for the Indianapolis Colts with this one. Hey, what's good, Zachariah on YouTube? Yes, Texans going all out today, getting the W against the Atlanta Falcons. So, yeah, Houston Texans looking sharp with that dub against Atlanta. It's really concerning, though, for Atlanta this season. Now they're 1-4. It looks a lot of problematic there for the Atlanta Falcons now with all the struggles that they're having this season. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Sportscaster and YouTube as well, calling play-by-play. We are less than about 6 minutes away or so from this game here, as I'll have the play-by-play call. Yes, so next week, Texans are playing Kansas City, so this is a good game to scout out for, see what, how Kansas City thrives there offensively. Look at all the weapons there for this Kansas City Chiefs team, as these weapons have been off the chains this season. Don't need Tyreek Hill with a shoulder injury. You got a group of wide receivers that Patrick Mahomes can ball out to on this roster for the Kansas City Chiefs, and one of them had a huge game a couple of weeks ago. That wide receiver, Demarcus Robinson, for the Kansas City Chiefs going off. McCall Hardman had a great game last week as well, so they're able to get in big-time players. Whoever is able to step in there, filling for the wide receiver void in Week 1. Sammy Watkins had an incredible game at wideout in Week 1, just going all over the map, almost having 200 receiving yards in Week 1. But here we are, guys, to close out the day, everybody. Sunday Night Football here on NBC, and I'll be on the play-by-play call for you guys tonight. So this stadium is decked out in red here. Chiefs versus Colts on Sunday Night Football here in Kansas City at Arrowhead. So Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback, looking for the primetime spotlight. The last time the Colts were on it, they didn't do so hot against the Seattle Seahawks. I think that was 2 years ago or so. He has another chance tonight to shine in the primetime spotlight, though. Kansas City Chiefs is at the very bottom of their rushing defense. Defensively, they're at the bottom against the run, but offensively, though, they are stellar at all levels. What they do, #1 passing team in the NFL right now with KC. Yes, Vegas Vix here on YouTube saying Dan Quinn definitely on the hot seat. Yes, he is. So he is definitely on the hot seat after that big-time loss against the Texans earlier today, allowing a 50-burger against Houston. That is just a problem there for the Atlanta Falcons, which I thought that they'd actually have a defense this season for Atlanta, but they just didn't show up today, so that was unfortunate for Atlanta. And now he's on the hot seat, so not looking good there for head coach Dan Quinn. The other head coach could be fired tomorrow, Jay Gruden of the Washington Redskins. We'll see what happens tomorrow in the future with Jay Gruden and what it holds, but it doesn't look so promising there for the Washington Redskins. They are 0-5. Cincinnati Bengals now still 0-5. Denver Broncos got their first victory of the season. There were a couple good games, though, really good games out there. There was a couple of game-winning field goals, too, in today in the NFL, by the way. Ravens won one with Justin Tucker over the Steelers. Zane Gonzalez and the Arizona Cardinals got the W with their game-winning kick, 26-23 over the Bengals. Raiders held on to beat the Bears. That was a huge shock. Didn't expect that at all. That game was out at London. And there was another game, too, that was close. Oh, it came down to a Hail Mary pass that got batted down. Panthers winning against the Jaguars 34-27. But Gardner Minshew still looking great. 374 passing yards in that game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So here we are, everybody. Getting ready for kickoff in less than 5 minutes here. Yeah, prayers, man, to Mason Rudolph. He got rushed to the hospital, too. That is just terrible. So unfortunate. He got concussed, and he had to get rushed home from the hospital. But this is according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Okay, 55 minutes ago, he quotes here, quote, Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph was allowed to go home from the hospital tonight after being concussed earlier in the day, per source. Rudolph is now resting at home and will be in the NFL's concussion protocol, a best case scenario after the hit he took from Ravens safety Earl Thomas. End of quote. So that's good that Mason Rudolph, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been released from the hospital, so that is a positive sign to hear. Oh, God, that's terrible, man. Wow, they just didn't have another cart to put Mason Rudolph. Wow, that's terrible. You got billion-dollar organization here, and they don't even have the supplies to medically treat these athletes when they fall down on the field and really need to be seeing medical treatment for these big-time hits they've faced. That's just terrible right there. Wow, that's a crusher. Alright, everybody, we are going to get ready to kick off here in a couple moments on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster. If you guys haven't done so already, feel free to hit that thumbs up on YouTube, hit the subscribe button as well, as I'm calling play-by-play of this game, by the way, but should be a good one tonight with these two teams. Red hot Kansas City Chiefs offense is hard to stop, that is for sure, as they will be taking on the Indianapolis Colts in action. Hey, what is good, Ryan? Thanks so much, man, for joining me right now. Back to the chat. Yeah, that was a terrible hit with that Mason Rudolph had, hitting his head hard on the field. Ouch, that had to be a big shot that he took. But welcome in, Ryan, once again. Yeah, Raiders holding on to win Zachariah. That was a huge surprise against the Chicago Bears. I didn't expect that to happen. That game was at London, England, at Tottenham, that they got the W there. That's awesome, dude. Ryan starting Aaron Jones and cashing it into the end zone for 4 touchdowns. That was, he got like, I'm guessing, I think like 46 fantasy points. He got something ridiculous like that in the PPR league. But yeah, Aaron Jones was just going off in that game. 4 touchdowns. That was crazy. Yeah, Cowboys just, they were down 17-0 at halftime, but the Cowboys, oh, that's crazy. 49.2 fantasy points. That is ridiculous right there. But the Cowboys, they were down 17-0, but they had over 545 yards of total offense. That was ridiculous how they did that in the second half, just going off left and right with the total yards of offense. Yes, the Texans going off too in that game. So the Texans going off 53-32. Dan Quinn right now on the hot seat, as things are not looking so well up at Atlanta here at the moment with Dan Quinn as head coach. All the pieces for that team's former MVP quarterback Matt Ryan a couple of years ago. Julio Jones, one of the best wideouts in the game. Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, Austin Hooper, Devontae Freeman, and you cannot put the pieces together there at all levels on that type of team. It's just unfortunate to see so far this season. Jacoby Brissett will make his 20th start tonight for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll come at a very hostile environment, though. Tough place to play in a very loud Arrowhead Stadium. Oh, that's awesome, Ryan. Ryan getting the W yesterday, 21-14 over Bonnie Eagle. His team improving to 5-0 this season. That's fantastic. Yeah, Deshaun Watson with 5 TDs. What a game he had today. Deshaun Watson going off. Mohamed Sanu for Stephon Diggs. That would be an interesting trade. But yeah, there's been trade rumors for the Patriots. Possibly Emmanuel Sanders going to the Patriots right at the trade deadline. We'll see if that ever happens there. But he's a potential Patriots trade target if they are interested in another wide receiver. But here we are, guys, getting ready for this game right now. The Chiefs will receive this football first, as the Colts will kick this football away. And it goes to the back of the end zone out of play right now. Will Fuller went off too. He had just an insane game. Yeah, like over 200. That was ridiculous by Will Fuller today. That is insane. Okay, so the Kansas City Chiefs will get the football right now. Oh, man, ouch. Woonsocket losing on Friday, 0-4. Oh, man, the only way is up, brother. Hey, what is good, Brent? Thanks so much, man, for joining me right back here. So Chiefs to get the football first. Ball spot the 25. Mahomes takes it to the air, across the middle, and first down pass right there for an 11-yard gain to Travis Kelce. on the play. Oh my gosh, that team would be on fire. Christian McCaffrey and Will Fuller. That team must have been stacked. They should have started Fuller. Fuller had just an absolutely insane game. Zachariah saying Chiefs winning this one 33-30. I've got Kansas City winning this one 38-23. Mahomes takes the snap now on the 1st and 10. Pass over the middle, complete once again. And he gets swallowed up for around a gain of 5 or gain of 6 on the catches. The running back Damian Williams on the play brings up about a 2nd and 4 coming up. Ryan saying Chiefs in this one 31-20. Patrick Mahomes once again at the top of the MVP ballot vote here. 10 touchdown passes. Over 1,500 passing yards through the first 4 games of the season. Mahomes here, shotgun formation with 14 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Mahomes takes the snap, rolling out to his left right now. Passes on the run. That one complete for a first down across the 45 to the 47. That's the worst when you try to predict the upsets, but you always have like the worst upsets. Yeah, same here, man. I try to predict a couple upsets here and there, but some of them didn't happen. I actually have a good record this week. I didn't get that one right, though. I thought the Cowboys would have won against the Packers. I didn't get that one right. Hey, what is good, Duncan? Thanks so much for joining me here on the Sportscaster stream. Same as Sam. Welcome back once again, Sam. This run past midfield here to about the 49-yard line of Indianapolis territory by Damian Williams. Ryan predicted a win for Tampa over New Orleans. Wow, and the Giants against Minnesota. Yeah, I can see that one, but that didn't happen. Yeah, Oakland and Denver with an upset. The Chargers, too. Anthony Lynn right now is in the hot seat as well. The Chargers struggling 2-3 overall this season. They had a slow start in the first quarter against the Dolphins last week. 2nd and 5, ball spotted just after midfield here for the Chiefs. Mahomes takes the snap. Back to pass. Passes short left side. That one complete to Damian Williams out of bounds at the 46. Ooh, would they get hit by Brian Urlacher or Ray Lewis? Ooh, that is tough. That is quite tough. I'll say Brian Urlacher. If I have the ability to spin away from him and pick up the first down, I'll say that. Over Ray Lewis, he's something that the coaches definitely talk about. Hey, what's good, Duncan here on Sportscaster? He's saying San Francisco or Cleveland tomorrow night. I've got the Browns in that one tomorrow night. Close game. I'm saying Cleveland 24-20 over San Fran. So I do like the Browns in that game tomorrow. That run up the middle, close to a first down by Damian Williams on the 3rd and 3. Oof. It's another one. Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu. That's a bad one too, man. I'll say Ed Reed probably. Yeah, just get down would probably be the best case scenario there. As we have 11:50 left to go in the first quarter. Yeah, I like the Browns tomorrow on the road against San Francisco. San Fran hasn't played football in 15 days. So, I'm liking Cleveland tomorrow in that game. Cleveland's been red hot, beating the Ravens last week, I think 40-25. So, they've been exploding now, finally finding the pieces together there. With that whole new roster, Baker Mayfield and his new acquisitions, OBJ and Nick Chubb having a ball game last week. That was incredible. 3 touchdowns. That pass in the flat complete. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 7 about. Coming up with 11 minutes left to go in the first. So scoreless game so far. We just got started though. This one's a quick game. I like games like this though, compared to the Packers-Cowboys where the clock just stopped like once every couple seconds or so, and the challenge flag kept on going out. Oh gosh, Lawrence Taylor and Mean Joe Green. It's a close one. I'll say Mean Joe Green, I guess. Mahomes passes on the run, complete to about the 20, past the 20 to the 18, tries a spin move from a tackle, does 15, down to the 14-yard line on the catch right there in the first down. Nice one. Throwing it out to this wide receiver. Seems like they get everybody involved in the game. Byron Pringle is his name, and he gets the catch, the longest catch of the game so far by the Chiefs. There's holes all over this defense. That's what my concern was for, that was my, concern in this one for the Colts, was their defense. Without Darius Leonard, I wasn't really sure how they could hold up, and right now they're having players going down left and right. Yeah, the Redskins are brutal. That's gonna actually be like a one of those crappy games next week. Redskins against Dolphins. That is gonna be one of the crapshoot games, honestly. Miami is getting better. Like at the beginning of the season, they were losing games by like over 40 points. And now last week it was only 20 points where they lost. I think that Miami actually has a chance. Yes, hey, what's good, kidder? Thanks so much. Yeah, Kansas City and Missouri and Kansas. So they have a Kansas City in two places. It's just kind of like Bristol, Tennessee, and I think it's Bristol. Is it Bristol, Kentucky? I think, or no, Bristol. It's with a racetrack, I know, because it's in two different cities there. Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm just going to look this up. But it is in two cities, whatever the one is. There's one north, one south, but the Motor Speedway is in Tennessee, but it's close to the border of another state, I know. Yeah, actually, I think Miami. I'm going to go for Miami in that one, I honestly think. Oh, Bristol, Virginia, I think is the name. Yeah. Yeah, Bristol, Virginia and Bristol, Tennessee, I think are, like, bordering each other. Yeah, they are bordering each other, Virginia and Tennessee. So those are the two cities I was talking about. Yeah. Yep, thanks so much for the update there, yeah. Yes, because that I know that racetrack. So there's cities like that that go into, like, two different states, which is really interesting. But yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins next week over the Redskins. That's going to be just one crappy game. And yes, good point, Ryan. They also play the Bengals, which are winless as well. And they are struggling here. Losing to Arizona today, they needed John Ross in order to win that game, and John Ross was rolled out for the game. He's broken out this season, but now they don't have him. No A.J. Green. He is still yet to return to the team, so they are struggling right now. J.J. Watt or Aaron Donald, oh, that's another tough one, too. Man. I'll say J.J. Yeah, I'll say J.J. because Aaron Donald wasn't too good to Drew Brees' throwing hand when he released that ball. Okay, we're back to action here. 10:22 left to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation right now for the Chiefs. And Mahomes going to go with an end-around jet sweep here as he hands it off to his wide receiver. Tries to get the edge and tackled about the 10-9 yard line. Pringle. This guy's named Byron Pringle, the player's name, wide receiver for Kansas City. Getting involved early in this game right now as he went with a jet sweep on the end around to about the 10-9 yard line. So now they're inside the red zone for the Chiefs here. If you guys are new to YouTube, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Sportscaster. 7 for 7. Patrick Mahomes is perfect on this drive for 58 yards to start. 9:40 left to go in the first quarter. Ball spot at the 10. Mahomes in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Back to pass. In the pocket. Flushed out to his left right now. Mahomes to the end zone. Incomplete. Throws it behind his intended running back, Damian Williams. There is a flag down thrown on the field here with 9:33 left to go in the first. So we'll check the flag. And that's by the, okay, flag in the offense. So replay second down there. Holding call on the offense. So they'll back them up 10 yards to the 20. That is the offensive guard there, Andrew Wiley, who committed the penalty. Bam, bam, Cam. Redskins going 0-16. They're going to make the Super Bowl. Somebody posted about the toilet bowl a couple years ago with the Cleveland Browns against the San Francisco 49ers. That was when the Browns had that 0-16 season. Mahomes to the end zone, left sideline, and out of the hands, incomplete to Damian Williams. Brings up a 3rd and 16 as we have 9:27 left to go in the first. Oh, ask Bill Belichick and Tom Brady how scary Ed Reed is. They'll tell you all about him. There was something like unseen before footage that somebody posted up. It was about like a Bill Belichick meeting with Tom Brady, and they were talking about Ed Reed before a matchup and getting out the tapes. This has to go all the way back to like 2009 when they were talking about that. 9:27 left to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 16 coming up. Shotgun formation. Mahomes takes the snap, but somebody jumped in the offensive end, so a penalty will back him up 5 yards with a false start. And this will be a false start here. False start backing him up 5 yards. Yeah, I'm feeling the Dolphins in this game. The reason why, I have a feeling that Jay Gruden will be fired tomorrow for the Redskins. So I just have that feeling that Jay Gruden will be fired tomorrow. So who in the world takes over as the next coach for, like, Washington? It's going to be basically, like, it's going to be a total disaster this entire week with practice and everything. It's going to be a terrible disaster. So backing up some more yards, ball at the 25 now. 3rd and 21 for Mahomes. As he gets out of the rush, float out to his right. Mahomes throwing on the run, now incomplete. And they try to turn it upfield past the 15 to about the 12-yard line. That's McCall Hardman who made the catch for a gain of 13. Another flag down, though, with 9:17 left to go in the first. So we have another flag down, everybody, on the field here. We'll check the flag. We have 9:17 left to go in the first quarter. Refs are talking about this one if it was on Indianapolis. There is an Indy player down, too. This team's been plagued by injuries the past couple weeks as well. There's a player stretching out his knee on the field for Indy. Defensive back on the play. We'll check the penalty flag to see what this one's about. Yeah, Vegas Vic's here saying Dan Quinn should be fired. I think it's coming up sometime later in the season or at the end of the season. He should be fired. If Atlanta keeps on this track, they should fire him like mid-season if they keep on struggling like this. But if once again they'll miss the playoffs, if they don't have a turnaround, you gotta fire this guy at the end of the season. Hey, welcome in the Hammer 35 here to my Sportscaster stream. What is good, man? So an eligible player downfield for the Kansas City Chiefs. They've had 3 straight penalties on the last 3 plays here for Kansas City. They're going to come on to attempt a field goal. Harrison Butker coming on to attempt this field goal. He's 8 for 9 this season with his long this season of 46 yards. He's on to attempt a 29-yard attempt here for Kansas City. We have 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 29-yard attempt from the right hash coming up here for Harrison Butker, the kicker for the Chiefs, to put him on the board first. Here's the snap, the hold, and Butker's kick is up and through dead center. Through the uprights, Kansas City puts it up first in this game right now. So 3-zip. The Chiefs have the lead here on Final Yard Football on YouTube, and we're also on the Sportscaster stream here on the Sports Dish. So right now, everybody, we're on commercial break. Going to get back to the YouTube chat right now. So who would I rather have? Yeah, who would I tackle? Walter Payton or Earl Campbell? I'll say Walter Payton there, Zachariah. Ryan saying, do you know the Redskins tried to get rid of their defensive coordinator this offseason? They couldn't because no one wanted the job. Wow. I didn't even know that. Wow. That's interesting. Thanks so much for the point there, Ryan. Wow. I was hearing about like 3 weeks ago or so with their defensive coordinator. He could have got fired like as early as like after that week 3 game where they just had that terrible effort against the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football, but he hasn't got fired yet. Early on in the game, his defense kept them into the game against the Patriots, but the second half was a whole entirely different story today. Tennessee's kicker, is that Suckup? Or is Suckup injured here? I'm gonna check. It's a couple of kickers injured. I know I think it's Josh Lambo for the Chargers who is injured still, so they have the punter filling in to do kicking duties. Oh, Cairo Santos is now the kicker. It used to be Suckup. I heard Suckup was injured. Okay, Cairo Santos 0 for 4 today. Ouch. And they lost to Buffalo by a touchdown. Wow. You could have had 12. Yeah, you left 12 points off the board. That's crazy. That's Cairo Santos, the kicker. Hey, what is good, Vaughn? Thanks so much for joining me back on the YouTube stream, man. So, currently we're just on commercial break. Kansas City with 3 points so far in this game. Thank you guys so much for joining on Sportscaster as well. Yes, Chargers are just not the same team as last year, Vaughn. Melvin Gordon had his first game after the holdout, and he didn't really do much on the ground. Austin Eckler was barely even a factor there today for the Chargers, and they just don't look good. Anthony Lynn is one of those coaches that could be fired at the end of the season as well. Him, maybe even Mike Zimmer if things go rocky there for the Vikings. They did get a much-needed win against the Giants, but if things go sour, like if the Vikings finish 9-7, 8-8, and can't make the playoffs, I bet you that Mike Zimmer will get fired at the end of the season. Yeah, Mike Nugent missing his first kick for the Patriots in the point after. Ryan talking about here in the chat, but everything else he was good on, so that was fantastic. Okay, we're back to action. The Colts are going to take this one out a yard deep from their own end zone. Down the right side past the 20, 25, and they get chopped down around that 29, 30-yard line on the return. So gain of 31 on the return. Here comes out Jacoby Brissett, former Patriots quarterback here. Traded right before, or around that roster cut day back in 2017 to fill in for Andrew Luck for the 2017 season, as Jacoby Brissett starts his 20th game today. So here we are, Sunday Night Football, with the Colts now with the football here for their first time for this game. T.Y. Hilton is out there playing. He had a questionable designation, but he is playing in this game right now with 8:55 left to go in the first. Ball spot at the 30 here for Indy with the football now. Shotgun formation for Brissett. That's the wide receiver, Chester Rogers, in motion towards the left. Brissett takes a snap. He'll go play action to Mack over the middle cross, and he completes that pass right there for about a gain of 7 on the play to the wide receiver, Zach Pascal. Oh, that's cool. Zachariah met Saquon Barkley before. Yeah, Vaughn, we were talking about that earlier. Dan Quinn, it's looking like he's going to be fired sometime this season, unless there's like a major turnaround for the Falcons, but it doesn't look so. Like right now, they are 1-4 and they are struggling, especially with all that talent on paper that they have. 2nd and 2 coming up right now for the Colts. Brissett in the ace formation, Mack in the backfield. Marlon Mack is active for this one. Handoff as they hand it off to Mack. Mack past the 40 and he takes it to about that 40-41 yard line. This is going up against Kansas City. Kansas City is one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL at the very bottom there. Oh, yeah, Jets were terrible today. But you can't really tell right now until Sam Darnold comes back. That's going to be the key. If there's actual progression with Sam Darnold, or so that'll be the key. Give Sam Darnold at least 2 more shots to play this season. Two more games to play, and then judge to see how bad of a coach Adam Gase is. He's another one that could be fired if they keep on going on a bad route. That's a HB draw play by Marlon Mack. Gains around 1 on the run to the 42-yard line of Colts territory. Brings up a 2nd down coming up. So 2nd down coming up here. Yeah, Jay Ajayi was good. I have no clue why in the world they even got rid of him. That's so sad. And he went to Philadelphia, and he isn't even playing this year. He's a free agent because of injury concerns there. He was a good player, though, a couple years ago, Jay Ajayi. Shotgun formation, Brissett takes the snap, passes right side, quick, complete, 1st down. Nice catch right there by T.Y. Hilton, your leading wide receiver. Gets enough for a gain of 10 with a 1st down catch. I think he's a free agent, Jay Ajayi is. Yeah, that's one of the names that were like, he has so much talent there. And nobody's picked them off the waiver wire. Him and LeGarrette Blount. Like, nobody's picked up these dudes off the waiver wire. 6.5 left to go in the first quarter right now. Yeah, Falcons just haven't been the same since 28-3 and them losing that game. 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. As Brissett will go play action to the air right now. Brissett in the pocket. Launches over to Jack Doyle, the tight end, and he turns it upfield here. Past the 45 to the 40 and down, just shy of the 1st down marker. It would be helpful towards the Patriots if the Chiefs do lose. I think the Colts are going to lose this one, though. Darius Leonard isn't playing today. That's basically one of your leading players on defense. Yeah, it'd be nice if LeGarrette Blount could play for the Patriots again, be a bulldozing back. This run, Marlon Mack up across the middle as he gets it for the 1st down run. Gain of about 1 on the play. Needed 1 for the 1st down, got like 1.5 or so. So this game is moving along pretty fast. 5.5 left to go in this first quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for the Colts as they have their first drive right now. Yes, Andy Dalton, gosh. He will be done after this season for Cincinnati. No more gingerbread cookie passer over there anymore. he has good games. Like, he has games that he goes off, like, in week 1. And then after that, he has games that's terrible. Like, he has, like, 25 yards at halftime. He is so hard to read. And then he has games that he has, like, 3 interceptions in the first half. And the run up the middle here to Marlon Mack. Cuts towards the left. Nice patient move. Oh, Mack to the races. 25-20, 15-10. Dragged from behind at the 5-yard line of Kansas City territory. Nice run. Nice patience right there by Marlon Mack, looking like old Le'Veon Bell when he played for the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell when he did play for Pittsburgh, showing all that patience. This season, though, it's been a different Le'Veon Bell. It's just nobody can open up holes for you because he's playing now for the Jets, and they are just struggling offensively at all levels. Ball at the 6 here. Indianapolis with the football, running again with Mack up the middle, and gain of about 2 on the run to the 4-yard line. We do have a flag down with 4:20 left to go. Yeah, it's looking like Andy Dalton will lose his starting job for next season. There's no way that he's going to keep that. Justin Herbert from Oregon, that's a potential prospect, but Vegas Vix is saying that's a good name right there. That is a defensive penalty, by the way, by the Chiefs. So the Colts here with great field position, half the distance to the goal. They'll have this ball around the 3-yard line on the defensive holding, and the 1st and goal coming up for the Colts. Yes, I so agree with you, Vaughn. Tennessee is such a weird team to watch. I can never get a read in them. That is something. One game they score like 43 points. The next week they only score 7. And Marcus Mariota, one game he'll have 3 touchdown passes. The next game he'll get sacked 9 times. The handoff up the middle. Marlon Mack to the end zone. Touchdown. Indianapolis on the board as they have the lead 6-3. So right up the middle right there, 9 plays, 70 yards, and 4 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock, and they get the touchdown run on the play. Was that Marlon Mack, actually, number 20? Oh, Jordan, was that Jordan? Wait, we do have a flag, though. So we actually do have a flag. So we're going to check the flag here with 4:13 left to go. Jordan Wilkins, I believe, was the one who got the touchdown run, looking back at it. We're going to check to see the flag right now. And that's going to take away the points. Illegal block in the back by the offense. So the Colts have to replay the down right now. T.Y. Hilton was the one who did the block in the back call. So take away the touchdown from the board. I believe it was Jordan Wilkins on the touchdown run. But why in the world are you blocking the back here when it's a running play if you're T.Y. Hilton? You're all the way at the other side of the screen towards the left side, and he's blocking in the back right now. So that takes off the 6 points off the board. Colts will try this again now. That is rough right there. There's a rough penalty. 1st and goal, and the ball spotted at the 11, so move you back 10 yards. Colts now with the football, ace formation for Jacoby Brissett. 1st and goal with 4:13 left to go in the 1st. Going in motion towards the left side. That is the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. Brissett hands it off. Left side carry here for Wilkins. Wilkins past the 5, goes to the end zone. 2nd time touchdown by Jordan Wilkins. Ooh, was it a touchdown? The refs are going to say, is it a touchdown or a little bit short? Looked like that ball crossed the plane. Refs are going to say that he was just a bit short, so take that back. Let's see here on that carry. I thought that ball went, ooh, okay, inches short. Brissett rolling out to his right, and Brissett's going to take it. Brissett gets the touchdown. There we go. 6-3. Colts scoring on the bootleg by Jacoby Brissett at 6-3. 11 plays, 70 yards, 5 minutes, 18 seconds off the clock. So we'll get right back into here to the chat. Yeah, it looks like Marcus Mariota, Ryan, in his time, it looks like it's going to be running out right now for Marcus Mariota. Some of the games he's done, like last week he had 3 touchdown passes, and then there's games like today they really struggled in. Vaughn likes Justin Herbert from Oregon. Yeah, take a chance on another Oregon player, whatever team picks him up. Looking like the Bengals have that chance for a quarterback because they're going to be at the very top of the draft order. Probably like a 2 or 3 or so for Cincinnati for this upcoming season. Extra point coming up by my man, Adam Vinatieri. 46 years old, 24 seasons. This kick dead center through the upright. It is up and good for Vinny right there. Puts him with that extra point on the board. 7-3 right now to score. So Kansas City will get the kickoff to them when we do get back after this commercial break. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Sportscaster, also on YouTube as well. Yeah, Marlon Mack did not score that touchdown run. Jordan Wilkins as well. He got it into the end zone, but they rolled it back because of the penalty. So that was actually Jordan Wilkins to clarify. And Jacoby Brissett was the main recipient. 6 points off that touchdown by Jacoby. Yeah, 2015, I so agree with you, Zachariah. That was terrible. Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota. Some pretty bad quarterbacks from the 2015 draft class. And, yeah, Mitch Trubisky drafted in 2016, and, yep, if only the Bears had drafted Patrick Mahomes instead of Mitchell Trubisky, yep. A lot of these, like, scouts for NFL teams, I wonder what they were looking at, because a lot of these scouts really missed it when it came to a quarterback or so, picking up QBs. They really just missed it. Like, picking up Dwayne Haskins, over somebody like, say, Gardner Minshew. Like, Gardner Minshew has better results here than what Dwayne Haskins has done this season. And the Redskins aren't even for Dwayne Haskins, it seems like that. That's so unfortunate. First round draft pick, and you're being told that you're not even ready to play in the game today. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, 4 teams in the NFL have a bye week next week. Let's see here. I'm going to go to the schedule, see who those 4 teams are. So, let's see, we got week 6 already. That is crazy, guys. Week 6 already here with football action. So, let's see. 4 teams in the bye next week are the Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, Indianapolis Colts, and Oakland Raiders. So, all those 4 teams, Buffalo, Chicago, Indy, and Oakland, will all have bye weeks next week. That means that Oakland goes into the bye with a 3-2 record. That is, wow, that is quite unreal. That Buffalo will have a 3-2 record. Daniel Jones has shined so far this season, though, but he did face a tougher opponent today in Minnesota. Those teams will ally in their schedule, and next week he'll be taking on short week when they take on the Patriots at Gillette in New England. So everybody knows how Bill Belichick and the Patriots, how their defense responds to rookie quarterbacks. Rookie quarterbacks don't fare so well. And just imagine if the Patriots drafted Mahomes. That would be ridiculous. Vegas Vicks. That would be insane. That would be like the offense days of Randy Moss 2.0, during those days where there were complete blowouts left and right on their schedule that season. But yeah, I remember back in the day, 2015, Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston, with all that hype, what Von's talking about, being drafted, and both of these quarterbacks. And this season, it's all make it or break it seasons this year. And at least for Tennessee, Mariota has been injury prone in the past for Tennessee. As we're back to action, Mahomes takes the snap, passes short left side. That one complete, nobody covering. Past the first down marker at the 35, down at about the 37-yard line. So gain of 13 on the catch, but Marcus Mariota does have a good backup behind him, Ryan Tannehill. One of the better backups in the NFL. It's not like somebody who you haven't heard of before is backing you up there. So, since there's the injury concerns from the past to Mariota, at least he has somebody who the fall-off isn't that bad to back him up. Byron Pringle has 4 receptions for 50 yards. I hadn't even heard his name until today. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter now. Chiefs with the football shotgun formation. Mahomes takes it, passes deep down the right sideline, and Travis Kelce hauling it in around the 41-yard line of Colts territory. I think. Oh no, he lost the football. Travis Kelce had it in his hands for a second, and he lost the football. Let's see though. Oh, he's bobbling it, so that is an incompletion. Yup, incomplete pass. He didn't secure it. That will not be a fumble. That was incomplete. So it stops the clock with 2:53 left to go in the first. I didn't see that until right after the play resumed, that ball had fallen to the grounds. Yeah, Mahomes was nasty last season against the Pats. That pass he found downfield in the AFC title game to Tyreek Hill, just lighting it up. Mahomes pass over the middle. That one complete first down. Hauled in by Demarcus Robinson at just shy of midfield at the 49. Should the Jets have kept Teddy Bridgewater from last year? Yeah, they should have. They could have really been in need of a backup quarterback now. And they have Luke Falk. Well, they had Luke Falk today, but Sam Darnold should be back for the next game. But Teddy just keeps on getting better and better. He's the best backup quarterback in the league. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. Mahomes hands it off up the middle past the 50 to about the 47-yard line. So it brings up about a 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Chiefs. Damian Williams on the 3-yard rush. Yup, Brock Osweiler was terrible. Oh, those days there with Brock Osweiler. Ouch. Everybody liked him at first because of the height, because the guy was like 6'7". That's what Dwayne Haskins, and people just not having the confidence now for Dwayne Haskins, looking like a big bust over there. Somebody like E.J. Manuel of Buffalo who played in the past. Where's Tyrod Taylor where you need him? He wasn't really that bad, Tyrod Taylor. Oh, Kelsey gets the catch, but he loses the football. I thought he was down. The Colts recovered his football. Indianapolis running around past the 35, taking it down the right side, 40, 45, 50. Colts with the football off the fumble recovery, 40, 35, 30, tackled at the 26-yard line here by Indianapolis as they recover the football. I believe we have to see this on a replay. Patrick Mahomes is saying that Travis Kelce looked to be down on the play. We're going to see here, Travis Kelce, if that ball was punched out. Oh, it was punched out well before he was down. Yeah, Travis Kelce fumbled the football on the reception. Wow. Catching a fumble by Kelce. So first down Indianapolis, and the Chiefs thought, I think that the Chiefs thought it wasn't a fumble, so they gave up on the play. And that was like a huge return all the way to about the 25-yard line for Indy, so wow. So the Colts are up 7-3 right now, and they have the ball in KC territory once again with 1:20 left to go in the first. That is close. That's like a bang-bang play. Oh, Tyrod Taylor is the backup for the Chargers now. Okay. So he's got someplace. So this is being rolled as a catch and a fumble down on the field here. We'll see what the call is when we do get back into this game. Yep. Rams with Blake Bortles as a backup. Who is that guy? He played in the AAF. His last name, I think it was it Luis Perez? He was like on the practice squad last year for the LA Rams. Yeah, Luis Perez. He played in the AAF, and everybody was comparing him to like Tom Brady, to be like the Tom Brady of the AAF there, Luis Perez. But he actually played with the Rams last season. Hey, remember Christian Hackenberg when he played on the Jets, and everybody thought that he'd be like the next big thing, and he just kept on getting like worse and worse and worse, and just didn't do anything. So currently we're just on commercial break. We're gonna check out to see what the challenge is when we do get back here. What team has the worst backup quarterback in the NFL? Oof. There's so many teams out there. Let's see. I feel like I kind of have a feel for that. So I'm going to check here. Who's the backup quarterback of Detroit? Because I don't even know who backs up Matthew Stafford over there. Oh, it is. So Jeff Driscoll actually has played before. That's one of the teams that I could think of. So many teams with backup quarterbacks. Oh gosh, Raiders have Nathan Peterman. That's got to be one of the worst. Then they have Nathan Peterman. Oh my gosh, Christian Ponder. That guy did nothing. Who was it? Jake Locker, who was drafted from Washington, played for Tennessee, I think in like 2013, and he did nothing either. Jake Locker. Oh, the kicker that the Patriots signed to the practice squad, he's an Asian kicker. His name is Younghoe Koo. He used to kick for the Los Angeles Chargers. And this call has been reversed on the field. So this call has been reversed to an incomplete pass by Travis Kelce. So Travis Kelce dropped the football. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass as the call has been reversed. Okay, yeah, so Mike Glennon is a million times better there than Nathan Peterman. So Mahomes still with a football, pass over the middle, complete to Kelce this time. And he dives to about the 31-yard line, first down. So first down right there at the 31. The kicker for the Patriots now is Mike Nugent, Vaughn. So Mike Nugent, I believe he's 37 years old. He is the kicker. He's spent, like, I think this is his 8th team. First and 10 coming up. 1:10 left to go in this game right now. Josh Freeman. First and 10 coming up. Oh, they're going to go end around jet sweep towards the right side here. Nothing. That's going to be a huge loss on the play by the Chiefs. Where in the world was that going? They forget to block up from McCole Hardman with like a loss of 8 on that play. Yeah, John Johnson has been like in the NFL for a while, it seems like. Man, been a while since he's been in the NFL. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Patrick Mahomes in the gun right now. Shady McCoy to his right. Shady McCoy is on the Chiefs, if you guys haven't known. Mahomes going to pass over the middle on the run. Complete once again. That is Kelsey at the 20 in the first down. Yup, Matt Shaw backing up Matt Ryan. So that's going to take us to the end of the quarter right there. First down coming up from the red zone for the Chiefs when we get back in the 7-3 game here on Sportscaster and YouTube. Oh, yeah, Brandon Whedon. Oh, man. He played for the Cowboys. I remember the Patriots played him when they played the Cowboys 4 years ago. And the Patriots crushed them. I think the score was like 30-6 or something. But yeah, Brandon Whedon was terrible that season. That was when Tony Romo went down and was done for the season. But yeah, when Brandon Whedon played college football, he was old when he played college football for Oklahoma State. I think he was like 28 years old. He was like a grad student playing college football. Oh my gosh, Joe Webb. Classic names. How about the... Who was it? I forgot his name, but he passed away, believe it or not. Somebody from the New York Giants. He was a big, big dude. Oh, who was it? Oh, his last name is... Jared Lorenzen from the New York Giants. The guy was huge, 285 pounds. He passed away this past July. He used to be the backup quarterback all the way like in like the early to mid 2000s. Jared Lorenzen. Yup, the hefty lefty. Yup, Ryan Mallett for the Patriots. He used to play at Arkansas for college football. Oh my gosh. Ryan Mallett used to sit on those quarterback meetings that Tom Brady got with Bill Belichick and Matt Castle all the way back in the day. Wow, that was so long ago now that the time just flies right by. So we're just at halftime, everybody. We'll get right back into the game here in a matter of moments. I think I don't know what happened here. The stream just fall apart here, and I'm gonna stop the Sportscaster stream. Actually, I think it just stopped on Sportscaster for some reason, so I'm gonna have to start up on Sportscaster for you guys. If you guys are on Sportscaster, I'll start up for you guys here in just a moment. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. So now we have a new first down coming up here in just a moment. We'll get right back into this game here, the play-by-play call of this one. Just trying to set up my stream right now. Yep, TJ Yates, 15 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And they take the snap. Mahomes pass, and that one incomplete, intended for Demarcus Robinson, the wide receiver, but the pass fell incomplete on the ground. So brings up now second down and 10 coming up from the 20. Yep, Landry Jones for the Steelers. Michael Vick played for the Steelers. It was classic towards his very end of his career there. 14:57 left to go in the second quarter right now. Mahomes getting a sack, drop back in the play. So Patrick Mahomes gets sacked in the play here. As we have 14:47 left to go in the second quarter. Landry Jones now playing in the XFL. Chad Henne, yes, I remember him as well. Hey, welcome in everybody here, Sportscaster. Joining you guys right back in progress right now with YouTube as well, as we're going live stream for both of these computers here. So we have 14.5 left to go in the second quarter right now. Shotgun formation, 5 wide here for the quarterback. This is Patrick Mahomes. Going 5 wide, 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Back to pass Mahomes, flushed out, rolling all the way back, rolling out to his right now. And Mahomes extending the play. Passes across the middle to the end zone, touchdown. Wow, Patrick Mahomes to Pringle hooking up right there with a touchdown pass just like that. I cannot believe that. Wow, they were able to air that football out just like that on the play. Across the middle to the end zone. And it's 9-7 here. Wow, Patrick Mahomes extending that play. Rolling out to the right and then passing across the middle of the field to the short part of the end zone. And the catch gets hauled in by Byron Pringle for the touchdown. Yes, Ryan Leaf was a huge bust. The biggest one ever in the history of the NFL. I actually have his trading card. The extra point, this one is up and good by the Chiefs. Just like that, 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and the Chiefs take the lead with Patrick Mahomes extending the play, passing to the middle of the field for the touchdown pass. That's incredible, though. Look at that. Feel free to look that up when you guys have a chance. When Patrick Mahomes just extended the play, that was ridiculous. How he was able to do that was absolutely insane. Jamarcus Russell was a huge bust. Oh man, he was terrible. So currently we're on commercial break, everybody. We'll get right back into this game in a matter of moments on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster. And yep, TJ Leaf too. Oh man, who else played there? Rohan Davey used to be the backup in like the early 2000s. I remember those days with Rohan Davey. I remember Bam Childress when he was a wide receiver for the Patriots. I actually got Bam Childress's autograph on like a basketball. It was like the firefighters basketball team for my town versus the Patriots celebrities team. So I met like when I was a kid growing up, I met a couple of those players who used to play in the Patriots. Matt Light, Dan Copen, I believe. Yup, Deshaun Kaiser. I remember him, Ryan, for the Browns 2 years ago. Deshaun Kaiser against Brent Hundley in that game that went to overtime against the Packers. Josh McCown's the best, what Zachariah is saying here. Yup, Geno Smith is with his inaccuracy. Blaine Gabbert for the Cardinals a few years ago, closing out the season. There's so many quarterbacks out there. There was one for Kansas State that was nasty, and he never got drafted. His name was Colin Klein, I think. He played for Kansas State in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and he was absolutely nasty. And he just never got drafted. He set like single school records on all over the map, and Kansas State was a top 10 team that season in college football, but he just never got the chance to play in the NFL, which was unfortunate. Oh yeah, Texans have had so many backups in the past. Zachariah. It's been a lot of quarterback carousels out there. Could always have some Mark Sanchez when you need him for the butt fumble. 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So currently we're getting ready to go right back into this game right now. Nick Mullins, yeah, he's a backup for the 49ers. He had that one good game last season. His first ever game that he played. That everybody thought he was like the next best thing. When they beat the Raiders that game. I think it was like 30 to 9 yard reception on the play right there by Jack Doyle, the tight end. Brings up now a 2nd down. Yeah, that's a good backup situation though, if for the Texans there. AJ McCarron, though, I wish he'd have the opportunity more in the NFL. He's somebody that I feel like the coaches and scouts have just overlooked. He won a national championship with Alabama. I think somebody needs to give him like a legitimate chance to be the starter. He actually didn't do too bad as the starting quarterback when Andy Dalton went down. Shotgun formation right now. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Colts. Jacoby Brissett in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Marlon Mack, past the 30, and he tries to take it to the 1st down marker, a yard shy, though, on the carry from Marlon Mack. Matt Moore, the backup of the Chiefs, that's good to know. Jake Locker, yeah, I talked about him earlier for Tennessee. That is a classic name. Yup. Robert Griffin III, right behind Lamar Jackson, going hurry up here on the rush up the middle. And that's past the 35 to the 36, right at the 1st down marker on the 3rd and 1 carry by Marlon Mack, the running back for the Colts. The officials will spot this ball. Yeah, that's going to be a 1st down here with 12:45 left to go before halftime. Drew Stanton, the backup for the Browns. 12.5 left to go in the 2nd quarter right now, and the Colts with a football. As they'll go to the air off the play action. Brissett going to take this one. Deep shot down the middle of field. Double covered. And it's incomplete. That's pass interference, definitely. That is big-time pass interference. Going down, Deion Kane, the wide receiver, went up for the football. Working on double coverage, and that will be a big game because of pass interference by the Chiefs. Yep, Kansas City with a pass interference, and now great field position coming up. Oof, Bengals with Ryan Finley. Yup, David Carr back in the day there for the Texans. Rex Grossman led his team to a Super Bowl with the Browns. That was surprisingly. I think that was Browns versus Steelers that year. And it was in the rain. 12:15 left to go in the 2nd quarter right now. 1st and 10 coming up. How about some John Kitna for the Detroit Lions? 12:15 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Ball at the 12-yard line. And the Colts with the football. They'll hand it off left side to Marlon Mack. Mack past the 15. And he gets swallowed up for a loss of 2 on the run. 12 minutes now left to go in the 2nd quarter. Oof. That is a bad backup situation, actually. That's the worst in the NFL, I think. I couldn't remember his name, that's why. But Tim Boyle is the backup quarterback for the Packers. So if anything happens to Aaron Rodgers, they're basically screwed. Wow. Cooper Rush, the backup for the Cowboys. That's pretty bad, too. 11:40 left to go in the 2nd quarter here. Colts with a football as they are inside Kansas City territory. 2nd and 12, ball spot at the 14. Shotgun formation for the quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. Marlon Mack lined up to the left. Brissett takes the snap. Pump fake. He's going to try to rush. Pass on the run towards the right side. Incomplete. So he overthrows that one towards the end zone. Brings up a 3rd and 12 coming up for the Colts. Brandon Allen, quarterback for the Broncos, and Sean Mannion for the Vikings. Yeah, Sean Mannion used to play for Oklahoma State. That was when the Beavers were actually good, too. That was like late 2000s with Sean Mannion. Tim Tebow, now he plays AAA baseball for Tim Tebow. 11:23 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Colts. Shotgun formation right now as Brissett takes the snap. Back to pass. Flushed out to his right. Brissett. Pump fake. Tries to get around the defender. Passes that one. Incomplete. Towards the right sideline. It's going to bring up Adam Vinatieri here on the field goal unit as Jacoby Brissett could not complete the pass. So 4th and 12 coming up. 11:16 left to go in this 2nd quarter right now. Yeah, I heard about that. Drew Lock is on the injured reserve for Denver. So that's unfortunate, trying to get like a younger guy some snaps, and he hasn't even been able to play this season. Johnny Football, classic. With Johnny Football for the Browns. 11:16 left to go in the second quarter. 32-yard attempt coming up from the left hash by Adam Vinatieri to snap the hole. The kick is up and good. We're tied up at 10. So tied up at 10 here. Hey, what is good, Eric, my man? What is good now? So we're heading into commercial break right now. Tied up at 10 with the Adam Vinatieri field goal, as we are on Sportscaster here. We are on YouTube as well. What is good, Eric? Thanks so much for joining me back here. Fantastic job, man, to your streams too there on Sportscaster. Vaughn saying Packers should sign Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, that would be definitely an upgrade there over Tim Boyle as backup quarterback. And then Vaughn saying Johnny Manziel can't play in the NFL anymore. I don't think he's... Yeah, I don't know. Interesting there. If he'll ever play in the XFL, or see if he will do that. But I feel like he's been trying to get healthier to possibly make a comeback someday. Let's see here if there was anything. I'm not sure if I heard anything about... Yeah, I remember in April there was something about Johnny Manziel possibly making a return to like the NFL or so. He did play for the CFL, but that unfortunately ended. Unfortunately. How about Christian Hackenberg in the AAF? That was a disaster. Trent Richardson as a running back. All those classic AAF names. Yup, everybody was so hyped about Johnny Football, and he just was another one of those players. It's too bad. He was just out partying all night. He wasn't able to stay healthy and on the field. He was just out partying all night, unfortunately. Hey, what is good, Eric? Life has been good, he's saying. Mason Rudolph getting knocked out isn't good. Yeah, man, I feel that for you, bro. Prayers to Mason Rudolph. He was released from the hospital, so that's the positive sign there. But that's so unfortunate, bro. It's so scary when injuries happen like that. Players have been going down left and right. Oh, wow. Zachariah here saying Alex Smith, his first season, he had 1 touchdown and 11 picks. Oh, man, that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Yeah, I have no clue about Tim Boyle, actually. I haven't really seen him play before, so I have no clue, like, what in the world the guy can offer. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready to go back to this game right now. Kansas City with a football that will be receiving this kickoff here in just a moment. Both of these teams able to go downfield so far in this game. So we have 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter right now. The kickoff goes to the back of the end zone out of play. Jacoby Brissett looking sharp, 4 for 6 passing. 31 yards in the air. Marlon Mack with a leading ball carrier. They've carried the football 55 yards. Jacoby with that touchdown run on the bootleg to the right. Patrick Mahomes, though, lighting up this Indianapolis defense for 157 passing yards so far with a QB rating of almost 124. Yup, that too. That was another player, Vince Young for Tennessee, that just didn't really excel. Also, Pat White when he was quarterback too. Pat White just, that hit that just knocked him out. Mahomes passes right side, incomplete, throws it out of bounds with 11:07 left to go on the clock. Yeah, Ryan saying the guy who came in for Mason Rudolph, his name is Devlin Hodges. So yeah, Devlin Hodges is the name of that guy. I believe he was on the practice squad a couple of weeks ago for the Steelers. So Devlin Hodges came in, as that's a screen pass, and that is too high into the hands of Hardman. Just overthrew him, incomplete. Devlin Hodges here, undrafted free agent for the Steelers in 2019. He played college football at the University of Samford. So not even an FBS school here. He played for Samford. He had 32 passing touchdowns last season. 2016, 36 TDs. 2017, 31 TDs. He's had 111 career touchdown passes for Devlin Hodges. 3rd and 10 coming up. 11:04 left to go in the second quarter right now. Shotgun formation for Patrick Mahomes. Takes the snap back to pass. All the time in the world. Rolled out to his right now from Mahomes. Throws on the run across the middle of the field. And nobody there. Incomplete. That's a dangerous throw. Stops the clock and brings up a 4th down. Yes, Vaughn. I remember Rex Ryan for the Buffalo Bills coaching. Matt Castle. Yep, Brent put in here Matt Castle. And yep, Vegas Vic's pointing out the punter, Zoltan Mesko. That was before Ryan Allen, who Ryan Allen beat out. Zoltan Mesko. What's the best college for quarterbacks? Ooh. Probably something from the Big Ten, probably. Dustin Colquitt on to put out this football. Yes, I'll give you the channel name in just a second, Eric. Thanks so much, man. So I'm streaming on YouTube as well, so I'm using 2 computers. I'm on YouTube. So my channel name is Final Yard Football there. It's on YouTube. And I also have a basketball channel, by the way. It's called Behind the Arc Basketball. So Eric here saying 157 yards today for Devlin Hodges. Looking good. Yeah, I saw some of the stats from Devlin Hodges, and I was surprised he kept the team into the game. Went into overtime. Clemson quarterbacks, yeah, Zachariah. Clemson quarterbacks with Deshaun Watson. Their Clemson quarterbacks have been good. I feel like a Big Ten school or so, but not Ohio State, because all those quarterbacks that do play for Ohio State always get converted to wide receivers like Terrell Pryor. Hey, what's good, Eric, man? Thanks so much for joining me here. He's part of my Sportscaster stream and found me on YouTube. What is good, Eric, my man? 1st and 10 coming up. 10:48 left to go in the 2nd quarter right now. Shotgun formation for Jacoby Brissett for quarterback. Is he going to hand it off up the middle? Oh, big run right here. Past the 42, about the 45 for a gain of 12 and a carry by Marlon Mack. So actually that was a punt, so the Colts have the football here. Yep, Michigan. Fantastic. Fantastic score as well. Ryan Mallett, I think, played for Michigan. And then he went to Arkansas and transferred. 10:15 left to go. Yeah, Ryan saying in limited play, Devlin Hodges, 7 for 9, 68 yards, 2 carries for 20 yards. That's pretty good for somebody just coming in for the first time in relief. That's a carry up the middle here. Marlon Mack on the carry for a gain of 3 in the play. Vaughn saying Justin Fields will be a bust. I think give him a chance there. Justin Fields has looked sharp so far this season for Ohio State. He looks really good so far. 9:45 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 coming up right now. Ball spot at the 48-yard line for the Colts as they are going in the shotgun formation with their quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. Marlon Mack lined up to the right, 3 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. They take the snap. Play action. Brissett passes underneath. Now incomplete for the 1st down, carrying a defender with him past the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Nice catch right there down the right sideline. He's got it for the 1st down, and the tight end, I believe, is named Mo Alley Cox. Got it. Yeah, Justin Fields looks spectacular right now. Eric is Ohio State quarterback. All the quarterbacks in the past, they've been like part of the draft, but a lot of them have been like part of converting to wide receiver just because of the type of quarterback that they have become or so. Like ones from the past, I think Terrell Pryor was part of that. As they take the snap, back to pass here. Short left side, that one complete. And T.Y. Hilton going to turn upfield past the 1st down marker, diving to the 27. So he gets another 1st down, back-to-back 1st down plays. Let's see here. Who was for Ohio State? J.T. Barrett, I think, is a quarterback somewhere. Feel like he was, yeah, Seattle, I think. J.T. Barrett. Yup, he is with the Seahawks, I believe, right now for J.T. Barrett. Feel like there's more Ohio State QBs, and I would know the list. Troy Smith, I think, is on that list, yeah. Brissett takes the snap, back to pass, deep left side, diving back to the football, incomplete, though. Jack Doyle was out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Flag, though, down on the field, so we'll check this flag. Yep, Troy Smith, Braxton Miller's another here. That's holding by the defense, but Kansas City on the play. So holding by the defense here for the Chiefs. You have 8:06 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Oof. Yeah, I heard about that earlier. That's rough, dude. That's so unfortunate. You know, billion-dollar industry here with the NFL, and they can't even get like the right medical process when the medical cart breaks. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Billion-dollar industry determining games by an index card. Well, like a 10-cent piece of paper. This run up the middle to the 22-yard line, gain a run one right there by the running back. That is Marlon Mack. Brings up now a 2nd and 9. Jalen Hurts has been lights out too, Vegas Vicks, this season. There's a lot of players in consideration for the Heisman right now, but Jalen Hurts has been fantastic this season. Let's see here. Seven and a half left to go before halftime. Brissett going in 5 wide. As he takes the snap back to pass for Jacoby. Pass left sideline. Oh, he gets picked off. Jumping the route. The Kansas City Chiefs have it. Escaping by the defender 25-30. And jumping over another player. Taking it to the 37-yard line with a pick. Wow. So Jacoby Brissett throws his first interception of the game right there. Falls into the hands of Charvarius Ward for the pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. And they'll get the football back. Wow. So Ward with an interception right now. This game tied up at 10. So let's see here. Shea Patterson. Thoughts on Shea Patterson saying Vaughn? He's the quarterback from Michigan. I say that he's not going to get drafted probably. Probably not going to get drafted right now. If he's a senior, he's only thrown 6 touchdown passes this season. He's not going to get drafted. That's just a big yikes, and just barely been able to throw touchdowns and stuff like that. I think that's more like a rushing type of team with that Charbonnet player from Michigan leading the carries. Oh, that's terrible. No catches for 4 yards when you look at the stats. Somebody did definitely a stat error there, Ryan, if they typed in that. I have no clue how in the world. We'll blame it on the intern there. Right now we're on commercial break. Chiefs with the football, by the way, and an interception just a moment ago. So Kansas City will get back to football as they get that pick. Oh, Johnny Holton for the Steelers. So, I guess he made the statistical category for 0 catches for 4 yards. Hey, what is good, Tim? Yeah, I don't like... yeah, Shea Patterson right now has 6 touchdown passes and 3 picks. That is barely anything this season when you're already past the first month of college football action. Oof. Juju getting emotional when Mason Rudolph got hit. That's so sad there. So sad about that. To now lose 2 quarterbacks just like that is so unfortunate. Okay, so my score prediction, Tim, is I've got the Chiefs winning this one. 38-23 I'm predicting against the Colts. Yeah, so that's what he meant, is the score prediction. So I'm saying Chiefs in this one. 38-23 over the Colts. Yep. Actually, you're looking at the wrong number there. 35. It was 32. Tyrann Mathieu, who got the interception, the former Arizona Cardinal. So Tyrann Mathieu coming into the game, getting the pick off Jacoby Brissett. What a return he had. He hurdled right past the defender, too, and got the interception. That was fantastic. Right there. Jumped right up into the air. Just threw that ball way behind Eric Ebron. That was Jacoby Brissett's bad on the play. 7:15 left to go before halftime right now as the Chiefs have the football. Mahomes in the pocket delivers. Middle of field. Ball tipped up in the air. Incomplete. Yes, Eric. I am a Patriots fan here. 7:10 left to go before halftime. 2nd and 10 coming up. So yeah, the rooting guide for this game would be to root for the Chiefs since this team is undefeated too as far as home field advantage. But based on skill level and everything going into this game and Darius Leonard being out, I like the Chiefs here, 38-23 over Indianapolis tonight. Vaughn thought that Jalen Hurts was a girl. Shotgun formation as they'll hand it off to Damian Williams. Up the middle, no gain on the play. Brings up a quick 3rd and 10 here for Kansas City. So this Colts defense right now, stopping Chiefs offense in this game. Whole drive right now. 5 receptions, 76 yards, and a TD. Mahomes here going into the gun. He's got the running back to the right side of him lined up. That's as Mahomes takes the snap, back to pass at the 30. Mahomes passes over the middle of the field, finds his receiver, juggling. It is complete in the first down, bouncing off a tackler to about the 46-yard line on the catch. Wow, that was dangerous, but McCole Hardman caught the football. There's a flag down here with 6:14 left to go before halftime. Eric saying Chiefs going to win by 1. That's a high-scoring affair there. So if you got Eric's bet, make sure to take the over 35-34. Vegas Vic's going with a Chiefs blowout, 38-10. Joe Burrow, yep, he's the quarterback of LSU, Vaughn. So Joe Burrow's had a fantastic season. I think he had like 6 passing touchdowns, I believe, yesterday. He's had such a great season so far for Joe Burrow. 1st and 10 coming up. It was a Colts penalty in the field, but they got a... Yeah, it's crazy. Week 6 already at NFL. Where's time gone by? We're going to have like more teams going on byes like each and every week now. $6:15 left to go before halftime right now. And the Chiefs with the football right past midfield. As Mahomes will set up the screen pass. They take it down the right sideline. Here's Shady McCoy. Passing 45, 40, 35. Blockers out in front. 30, 25. Tackle from behind. Oh, he lost the football. Losing the football. And the Colts say that they have it. We're going to see here the ruling by the refs. He lost at about the 15-yard line. There's a pile right now on the football. And Indianapolis has it. Wow. Shady McCoy dragged down from behind and cannot secure the football. And Indianapolis will take over around their own 15-yard line. Wow. Yeah, so week 6 is this upcoming week. Is so fast. So so Kareem Hunt's not able to play Monday Night, Ryan. Yeah, so he's suspended the first 8 weeks, what Eric's saying here, the season. So first 8 weeks, Kareem Hunt is suspended. Let's see here. I wonder when the Cleveland Browns bye week is. I wonder if that's week 9 or so. Wow, that was a huge screen pass setup. They couldn't get any points out of the drive, unfortunately. Okay, their bye. As they hand it off here to Marlon Mack, gain of about 3 on the carry to the 17, 18-yard line. Let's see where that bye is. That is not week. Yeah. That's 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's week. Oh, that is week 8. That's the bye. Because week 9 they play the Patriots. So they got a week 8 bye. So they have a whole week there to rest up. So I was going to say, if it's a week 9 bye, that would be an extra week there to get Kareem Hunt situated into the league. 5:20 left to go before halftime here. Colts with a football. They snap it off. Brissett going to hand this one off. Right side, end around, draw carry, and nothing there. Dragged right back down to the 13-yard line for a big loss in the play, around a loss of 5 there. Brings it now a quick 3rd down. Thoughts on Sam Ehlinger, Vaughn? Yeah, he's looked pretty good so far this season. Could see improvement though in him. We've seen improvement from what he's been able to accomplish freshman year to now. It's been great or so. So it's going to be interesting to see if where he goes in the draft or so. I don't think he'll probably be a 1st rounder, but he hasn't been as good as Joe Burrow this season. I'm going to bring up Sam Ehlinger's stats because I've only seen him once since that game LSU took on Texas. But he hasn't been that bad this season, I don't think. No, not at all. 17 touchdown passes, 2 picks. He's done a much better job than when I first saw him his freshman year 2 years ago. So he's actually been spectacular so far. That was a shootout game that they had when they played LSU on Saturday Night Football earlier in September. 3rd and 12 coming up, 5 minutes. We approach. Have to go in the second quarter. Yeah, Joe Burrow right now is 22 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Almost getting up there close to the 2,000 yardage mark this season for LSU's QB, Joe Burrow. He's been lights out. So he's up there in the Heisman conversation for sure here at the moment. 3rd and 12 coming up. Shotgun formation. Brissett back to pass. Passing this one left sideline. Coming back to the football. He dropped it. Sarek Ebron. He had it in his hands for a moment. Then it got poked out last minute. So Kansas City will get this football right back. It's another drop pass. That's not going to be helpful to your team right there, as he had it at the left sideline, and he dropped it. Fourth and 12 coming up. 4:40 left to go in the second quarter right now. They're going to have to punt this ball away from their own end zone as they boot it away. And the Chiefs back to return this punt from their own 40. Trying to make a tackle or miss. Nice open field tackle right there by the Colts. Dragging him back to the 35-yard line. So the Colts will get this football back. We'll see what they can do. This score is only tied up at 10 here. 4:34 left to go before halftime. Alright, so 4.5 left to go here before halftime as we are back on the streamer. Now, 1st and 10, shotgun formation for the Chiefs. Mahomes takes the snap in the pocket. He gets swallowed up right there for a sack on the play. Drop back at the 32. Yeah, Lamar Jackson just has all comparisons, what people have seen in him. Shades of Michael Vick, I'd say, as well there, Eric. I think both of those players are different types of players. Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. Those are two different types of players in my eyes that I see. 2nd and 15. Rolling out to the right by Mahomes. And that ball dropped on the play around the 40-yard line. A lot of drop passes lately. Byron Pringle, the drop pass in the play. 3:52 here left to go before halftime. Hey, what is good, Sam? Welcome back in here to the channel on Sportscaster. Superman gets injured too much. Superman and all his injuries have just taken a toll on his career right now. Sam is the man. What is good, Sam? Eric's back in the Sportscaster as well, same as YouTube. 3rd and 15 coming up. Mahomes takes the snap, back to pass here. Gonna throw deep over across the middle, complete, just a yard shy of the first down marker though. Demarcus Robinson with a catch at the ball at the 46-yard line, just shy, I believe, of the marker. Ooh, Mahomes is limping back on the field right now. He took a shot right after he passed that ball, so camera focusing on Mahomes here with a 4th and 1. 4th and 1 coming up, 3:15 left to go here in the second quarter. So 4th down and inches. Chiefs are going for this. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line of Kansas City territory. They're going for it. They load the box. Run up the middle. They do have it, it appears to be, with a fullback, Anthony Sherman. So I think he got it on the play. Mahomes was limping there. Still limping. The camera focusing on him right now. He's still limping on the field. That's cool, though. Since I'm streaming from 2 devices, you get to see the chat and also be able to hear me. That's awesome. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes got taken down right there by the... Who was that? 57 for the Colts. Kamoko Toure, the defensive end. He dragged him right down to the ground right there. And he was limping on the play. 1st and 10. Ball spot at the 49. They got enough for the first down. Shotgun formation here for Mahomes. He takes the snap. He goes play action to McCoy. Mahomes in the pocket. Watch out. Delivers down the field and incompletes. Triple coverage on the play right there. You can see somebody posting up a beach ball right there in the crowd. Yeah, Vaughn, Florida State being good until like right after Jameis Winston left, and then everything's just falling apart. That was the year with, I think, DeAndre Francois as quarterback, who he came in, and that was right after I think they won the national title that year. They were terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They had Roberto Aguayo's little brother as the kicker, and he was even worse than him. 2:14 left to go in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Mahomes back to pass. Passes left sideline. He overshoots his wide receiver. Flag, though, on the play here again. Eric's Louisville Cardinals 2017 beating Florida State. Yeah, Florida State was not good. They had DeAndre Francois, I believe, as quarterback, and he was terrible. Cardinals were terrible last year for Louisville. They have Javon Pass, I think, as quarterback or so. The other one, I think, is Malik Cunningham. But, yeah, seems so that they've been rebuilding Zachariah since they've lost Lamar Jackson. It's been tough to keep up now when you lose a quality quarterback like that. Two of them in the past decade with Teddy Bridgewater and then Lamar Jackson. Mahomes takes the snap, back to pass here. He's going to air it out deep down the right sideline. Mahomes, just overshoots him by a yard. Demarcus Robinson, the ball was intended for down the right sideline, and it was incomplete. Brings up now a 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes left to go. Hey, what is good, Owen? Thanks so much, man, for joining me back here once again on the channel. Ryan saying here, remember Eddie Lacy, Maurice Jones-Drew, and Arian Foster? Yes, indeed. I remember Arian Foster had a big injury problems late in his career for the Texans. Eddie Lacy, the wheels just falling off of him for the Packers. Maurice Jones-Drew is nasty. Mahomes, back to pass, rolls out to his right now for Pat Mahomes. Gonna signal out something, and he's just gonna run for it. Runs down the sideline, cannot pick up the first down, as we have 1:55 left to go in the second quarter. Oof, yeah, Houston has been struggling. University of Houston has been struggling. Yeah, Zachariah. They were nasty in basketball, though, this past season. Kelvin Sampson's terrific head coach there. Okay, so, yeah, Javon Pass is injured for Louisville, so Malik Cunningham is in. I think Malik Cunningham plays for the basketball team, too. The basketball team for Louisville should be nasty this season. They're like a top 10 team. Oh my gosh, yeah, Andre Johnson for the Texans, too. I remember that game, I think the Texans against the Patriots, like, around, like, 8, 9 years ago, and that game was, like, a shootout. And everybody thought the Patriots would, like, win that game rather easily. Yeah, Louisville's basketball team this year looks stacked. Jordan Norwood, Dwayne Sutton, they look fantastic there for their basketball team. So currently, everybody, we're on commercial break. We reached the 2-minute warning here, left to go on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster, also on YouTube as well. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Colts with the ball at the Indianapolis 42 when we get right back into this game. Lamar Miller has torn his ACL right before the season opener. He did that in the preseason, so he is on the injured reserve for the rest of the season. Carlos Hyde is the leading running back this year for the Houston Texans. So Carlos Hyde is the #1 running back now for the Houston Texans. Yeah, I heard, Eric, Louisville's team for basketball is going to be stacked. Who else I have up there? Florida. Florida Gators should be really good. They got the #1 transfer, Kerry Blackshear. They should be phenomenal this season. Villanova should be way better than how they've become last year. Or so that was more of like a rebuilding year when they won the national championship, but Villanova should be much better. Yep, Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson was the other one, the pass-catching back. Yep, thanks so much, Zachariah. And Seton Hall is another team. I have that team as a sleeper in college basketball. They have Miles Powell back for his senior year. He could be like one of the best players this season in all of college basketball. So, should be a fantastic season to watch college basketball with these players. Cole Anthony could possibly go #1 in the NBA draft, though, for 2020. So we are back to this game right now. 3rd and 6, minute 55 left to go in the second quarter. Shotgun formation for Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback. He takes the snap. Back to pass over the middle of the field. Throws it behind Kelsey, incomplete with a flag down, though. It's a flag down. There's been a ton of flags in this game. 1:51 left to go before halftime. We'll check the flag. Brent's a Dayton Flyers fan from the A10. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, Dayton plays the team that's close around my area, the Rhode Island Rams. That's an offensive penalty by Kelsey, so pass interference on the offense by Travis Kelsey, as it will be a 4th down. So, looks like the Chiefs will have to punt the football away. Dayton has always been one of those teams in the tournament, like a sleeper. So, like, the past decade, they've won a couple big tournament games. I feel like as like a 10 or 11 seed that they've been there. They've always been like a bottom seed, but they've gotten into the tournament as an at-large, and they've been able to beat teams. 4th and 6 coming up, 1:51 left to go before halftime right now. As they'll get the snap, they'll boot this football away. The Colts back to return this punt. They'll call for a fair catch at their own 10. Yeah, Louisville had that, they had that unfortunate game against Duke where they were up by 23 with 9.5 left to go, and Duke came back and completed the ridiculous come from behind game. I remember I called that game. That was something else when I called that game. That was absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh, Eric was at the Duke game. That's crazy, dude. That's awesome. That must have been some sight to see. And then, like, weeks later, when they took on North Carolina, the tickets for the UNC Duke game were like $2,500 for the cheapest tickets, only to see Zion play 36 seconds in the shoe blowout. That pass over the middle, complete from Brissett to Ebron for around a gain of 7. Ball at the 19-yard line of Indianapolis here. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Brent playing for the Dayton Flyers in the drum set on his days off. Huh. That is, I'll definitely look at that if I see you on the set there. Yeah, I grew up, Brent, as a drummer too. So I still play the drums now to this day. On my old streams, I used to wear my Zildjian hat. I used to play drums growing up. But yeah, that's fantastic, brother. That is awesome, dude. I'll definitely be in lookout for you someday. Hopefully you guys can make it back to March Madness. There's a chance that you guys can contend for that A10. I think VCU Dayton, VCU Davison and Dayton, I think, are like the top 3. And then Rhode Island's number 4. And St. Bonaventure, I think, is number 5. How about LaMelo Ball? And Ryan's asking me, how about LaMelo Ball there with Lonzo's younger brother. I think he's playing overseas or so, but I think he's supposed to be like the top college prospect coming up in future years or so. That pass, Brissett launches it down the field. T.Y. Hilton catches it right before midfields. Yes, that's my basketball channel, Eric. So yeah, feel free to subscribe to that one as well, man. That is called Behind the Arc Basketball. I do basketball play-by-play there as well. Thanks so much, man, for asking about that. So yeah, I have 2 channels. 1st and 10 coming up, about 1:09 left to go before halftime. Brissett takes the snap in the pocket. Back to pass, rolls out to his right now, and he'll tuck it under and run past midfield down the right sideline, just short of the first down marker. Oh, that's awesome. You've been to games at Xavier, Brent. That's so cool. So you've been at the Cintas Center. It's fantastic. Wright State, too. I feel like they were in the tournament a couple years ago or so. Usually those type of teams get, I think, like 15, 14 seeds for, like, Wright State. Yeah, Arian Foster was fantastic, Zachariah. Except towards, like, the end of his career when injuries just started to take over towards the end of your career right there. And then he got traded to the Dolphins, which really didn't do much. Brissett takes the snap, a minute remaining, passes. Short right side off the fingertips right there of the intended wide receiver, Jordan Wilkins, the running back. From the backfield, incomplete. Yes, I do know that, Vaughn. He does not like basketball there. Hockey and football and NASCAR is what John likes. 55 seconds left to go before halftime. 3rd and 3 coming up. Yeah, I thought it was like within the past 5 years. So, wow, 2016, Wright State made it into the tournament there. Jacoby Brissett going. 4 wide right now. 55 seconds left to go before halftime. Brissett in the gun. Ball spot the 47-yard line. Takes the snap. Back to pass here. Brissett across the middle. Complete. Tries to go for the stiff arm. Naheem Hines right at the marker for the first down on the catch. 46 seconds left to go. We do have a penalty flag down, but that spot of the ball is right there. First down marker. And that's a holding call on the flag. So holding by the defense. So Kansas City commits the holding penalty. Indy will have a better spot with the ball right there. That's Bashad Breeland, who got the 100-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown last week against Detroit. Always shows never give up on a play, everyone. Never give up on a play like the whole Detroit Lions did. Yeah, I've already done that top 25 prediction. I did one on Sportscaster too. But yeah, that was fun doing top 25. Rolling out to the right now for Brissett. He's just going to pass this one out of bounds. Like, basically all my content now is on Sportscaster for, like, all the different types of videos just because it's kind of like easier to do than YouTube or so. And then I'll just focus on the play-by-play stuff for YouTube for both basketball and football. That's just so much easier there than trying to have it like upload or so, and to try to put like a time constraint on it. Because if I want to do like a 30-40 minute video, then it's gonna take like over like an hour and a half to upload on YouTube. Shotgun formation, Brissett, screen pass over here towards the right side. Nyheim Hines slips a tackle, 40, 35, 30, down the right sideline to the 25, out of bounds. Nyheim Hines putting his team in field goal position for Adam Vinatieri here. 33 seconds left to go before halftime. And the Colts have a chance to take the lead up at the half. Do I think Texans wasted Andre Johnson's career? He was fantastic with them. It'd be interesting to see what he could do with like other teams or so during his prime, though. If he was able to even be like better in his prime with other teams. Brissett takes the snap, rolling out to his left. That pass short. Gain of 7 on the catch though, to Deion Kane. Yeah, YouTube just takes forever to upload videos. I agree with you, Eric. You have to have like a bunch of money poured in towards like different like computer stuff in there for like uploading processors and all that stuff. Basketball should be starting, I think, this week, actually. I think maybe Tuesday I'll stream that I think there's a preseason game I can stream for you guys on Tuesday. I think it's Thunder versus Mavericks on Tuesday, I believe. And then more basketball when we do get in to the actual season or so. But I'll schedule a video for you guys, possibly Tuesday. Because I think ESPN has that game that they're carrying, so I'm able to get it. But yeah, it should be fun. We gained so many people during the Summer League. That was so cool. It's going to be interesting, though, how I'm going to do basketball. Because I have HDMI cord off my laptop here that I have to get the game. And I have to put the Sportscaster stream on like one half of the screen of the laptop. And then stream it from the other side. So the screen will be smaller when I go off of the TV. But it'll be cool. Either way, which is awesome. It's not as much of a hassle when there's actual games on CBS. Yes, Vaughn. Villanova in the Patriots League. So, yeah, Villanova playing in the Patriots League for football. Yeah, Boston University doesn't have a football team. Because that's where my girlfriend went to college. But they play in the Patriot League for basketball. Them, Bucknell, Colgate. Colgate made it into the tournament last year. They actually look good. I think Colgate will probably be able to get right back into the tournament. I think they regained most of their players from that team for this year. And Colgate made that game close against Tennessee in the first round. That was a 2 versus 15 matchup. I thought it would have been a blowout. But actually, no. Colgate made it close. And their leading scorer in that game, he couldn't play because, I guess, he was going up for the rebound like 3 minutes into the game, and his glasses cracked, and the leading scorer, I think, what was it, Ivan Nauskis, his last name was, Ivan Nauskis for Colgate, his glasses cracked going up for the rebounds, and then he didn't have any like any contact lenses to help him out to see or anything, and nobody brought any for the trip, so he had to sit on the bench for like the remainder of that game, which was so unfortunate. But yeah, right now we're on commercial break, everyone. Chiefs with 207 total yards. Colts with 184 yards total right now. Actually, Colts with more first downs. Doing a great job for Indianapolis here in this game. Pounding the rock is one of the things they've done so far this season. They've been run heavy. 17 carries for 77 yards by a team, and that touchdown run by Jacoby Brissett on the 1-yard bootleg. So this has been shocking that we're only 10-10 at going into halftime, basically, with a possible chance that the Colts do score before halftime. 2nd and 3 coming up, 27 seconds left to go before halftime. And now Colts with the football as they are inside Kansas City territory. Colts now with the football. Ball spotted at that 13-yard line of Kansas City. They take the snap. Brissett going to go play action. To the air right now for Jacoby. Steps up in the pocket. Passes. Short right to Marlon Mack. Tries to go for the stiff arm. And he's wrapped up around that 15-yard line. So 2 yards shy of the first down marker. Yeah, Carson Wentz. I think it was in the Dakotas he played. North Dakota. Let's see here. He definitely played in the FCS school. Yeah, North Dakota State he played in. So Carson Wentz played at North Dakota State, Vaughn. There's always those random teams up there, like teams from like the Summit League, Big Sky League, who's just, it's just so random to look at. Like some of those teams, like I know like the North Dakota State, South Dakota teams, they're usually like the best like FCS teams. They're always like in the top 10 or so for FCS. 3rd and 1 coming up, second quarter here with 18 seconds left to go before halftime as we have a 3rd and 1 coming up. The ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Brissett takes the snap. Fade, left corner to the end zone, incomplete as the wide receiver goes down. No flag in the play intended for the wide receiver, Chester Rogers. 4th and 1, looks like Adam Vinatieri will be brought onto the field here for the Colts. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett had to throw that ball away. Everybody came free on the blitz. Brissett just took it towards the back of the end zone on that pass and just had to overshoot his receiver. Went down anyway, so it didn't hurt. They'll settle for 3 points here. Adam Vinatieri coming onto the field right now. 32-yard attempt from the right hash with 13 seconds remaining. A snap to hold, and Vinatieri's kick is up in dead center through the uprights. So the Colts are up here with 10 seconds left to go before halftime. 13-10 is the score. Yes, I'd be scared to tackle Michael Vick, especially with that breakaway speed that he has. Be scared to tackle LT, that is for sure. He was the big hit when I was a kid in like middle school. It was all about LaDainian Tomlinson playing for the Chargers. Actually, Vaughn, I don't really watch FCS football because they're not really televised that often here, so I don't really get to watch a lot of FCS football, Vaughn. Just the big schools, that's all. So Adam Vinatieri tonight is perfect though, 2 for 2, making both of them from 32 yards out by Adam Vinatieri in this game. With like 10 seconds left to go before halftime, we welcome you guys all in here to the stream here on Sportscaster and YouTube as well. So the Colts will boot this ball away, and it'll be fielded here at the 5-yard line. Hardman takes it past the right side 20, and out of bounds at the 24. So McCall Hardman on the return with 4 seconds left to go before halftime for the Chiefs. Little scuffle towards the edge of the sideline, too, between players right now, between Chiefs and Colts players on the field. Is quite a scuffle. So currently, everyone, we're just on commercial break, waiting to get back into the game right now, and I'll take a knee as we go into halftime. So halftime here, and how about the Colts leading this game, and Indianapolis will receive the second half kickoff, so I'll put that football, that football is on Indy, as they'll receive the second half kickoff right now. So we just ended the second quarter, going into halftime, and you got to be confident with this Indianapolis team. Frank Reich, what this team has accomplished in this first half, holding Kansas City to only 10 points so far in this ball game. What they've accomplished. So wow, this is a strange start to this one, that is for sure. But currently we're on commercial break. Feel free if you guys would like to ask me anything on YouTube or anything. Feel free, as we are at halftime of this game right now. So yeah, long day of football, but fantastic Sunday. So my next stream for football, guys, will be on Thursday night for the NFL. I'll be doing the Pats versus the Giants game on Thursday night. I unfortunately will not have any streams for you guys on YouTube over the weekend, though, because I am away from my house over Columbus Day vacation. So I'll be away on Columbus Day break. I'm actually going out towards Cooperstown to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame for my birthday or so. My birthday's coming up too. So no stream for you guys on Columbus Day, but I will have the Thursday night football game here for you guys on YouTube. Yeah, that'll be quite scary to tackle Walter Payton for sure, Zachariah. So the Colts with 193 yards total at the end of half number one. Chiefs with 206 yards total. And happy birthday, Vaughn's little sister. Tell her I said happy birthday today. That's awesome. How old is she? Let's see here what else we have. Jacoby Brissett, 12 for 19 passing, 116 yards in the air, and an interception, though, by Jacoby, but he redeems himself with a touchdown run from 1 yard out on the bootleg. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass, 16 for 28, 208 in the air. Not really much going on rushing the football here for Kansas City. They've struggled running the football. It's been all Mahomes this year. KC rushing the football, 8 carries for 11 yards. That's not being efficient at all. As far as their receivers, the leading wide receiver is Byron Pringle, 5 receptions for 76 yards. And he had that touchdown, too. That was a terrific pass. Mahomes extended the play, threw across his body to the bottom portion of the end zone, right towards the bottom middle, and got it for the touchdown. Oh, that's awesome. So happy 14 years for her birthday there, for your little sister today. So tell her I said happy 14th birthday. Christian McCaffrey right now, looking at that Panthers versus Jaguars stat line, Christian McCaffrey is just beating it down here in the NFL. Just unreal what he's been able to accomplish. 176 rushing yards in that game. Looking at some of the stats from earlier today, there's a ton of games out there. Aaron Jones, 4 touchdown rushes. That was crazy. Over 545 total yards by the Cowboys, but they only scored 24 points too. Phillip Rivers, no touchdown passes as the Chargers lost. They are now 2-3. That's a big disappointment there. 4 touchdown passes by Teddy Bridgewater. And Deshaun Watson with 5 touchdown passes, and Will Fuller having a hat trick in there. 217 receiving yards and 14 receptions. What sport is Oregon State good at, Vaughn? Saying here on YouTube. I believe baseball. I believe they won like a national championship with baseball, like rather recently. They always seem, every single year, they always seem to be in the College World Series. Let's see here. I'm going to type in College World Series titles and see like how many teams have won that or so. Oh, they give you them by year. This is cool. So let's see here. I'm going to go over to College World Series. Let's see. If I type in Oregon. Oregon State has won the College World Series on 3 separate times. So they have 3 championships, all winning the past 15 years now. Their first one was in 2006. Second one was 2007. And they recently won one, which was 2018. So Oregon State for baseball is absolutely nasty. They just won one last year. And Vanderbilt won the 2019 College World Series. Wow, Coastal Carolina won it in 2016. UCLA won it in 2013. Fresno State, wow, they won it in 2008. Rice, that's another college. I'm like, what in the world is the impact of that college? Rice is one of those teams, and Rice did win a College World Series in the early 2000s. Rice and Tulane. Tulane is another one of those teams too. I'm like, what is the use here? You're like another Rutgers or something like that for like basketball or football, but other sports could be a different case there for that university. I think I'm all set here with Oregon State football until they get right back in the top 25 and actually can show that they can beat teams. But I'm all set right now with Oregon State football. It's something that somebody would ask me that question, like the same thing, probably about Washington State. If you had asked me that question about Washington State like 13, 14 years ago, because the Washington State Cougars were terrible at football, Vaughn. Like in 2006, 2007, when I was in middle school growing up, they were always at the bottom of that Pac-12 used to be Pac-10 conference before that, before they made the Pac-12. Let's see here. I'm going to put up the college football standings. Let's see. I'm going to just see if there's anything going on with that college football standings. Well, UConn's been terrible for a long time now. This one team I won't watch, even though they're close by to me. Georgia Tech is now like the new terrible of sports. It's Georgia Tech. I don't know the extent of what happened, but I believe they just received a 1-year ban from the March Madness tournament. I'm not sure but I believe it's something similar to pay to play there for Georgia Tech, and it's something for basketball on pretty bad levels that they received a 1-year ban from the NCAA tournament. It doesn't mean that they're not even going to make it in. They're not going to make it in again this season for Georgia Tech. They're at the bottom of the ACC. They'll probably get like a 14, 15 seed in the ACC tournament in March, but yeah, Georgia Tech has been terrible now for football. I remember when they used to compete against like Georgia or so. Hey, but Wake Forest, I remember 2 weeks ago we were talking about Wake Forest and their football team. Wake Forest is back in the top 25, so second week now in the top 25. They are now ranked at number 19 in the nation. So Wake Forest is in the top 25 as they are undefeated still at 5-0. That is a surprise there for college football fans. California starting to be good again, what Vaughn's saying. Yes. So yeah, California was like really good back in like 2005, 2006, I believe, and they're starting to be to that level once again. I can't remember the last time that like a team like Purdue was ranked for college football. For basketball, Purdue's always been nasty, but as far as college football, Purdue has been struggling lately for college football. Taking a look at the other standings. Oh, Washington State is struggling though this season. They're 0-2 in the Pac-12. They still have a winning record though. They're 3-2. They were ranked at the beginning of the season, though. Oregon State's 2-3 with a win over USC. USC is the worst at this moment in the Pac-12. Let's see here to the other stuff going on. Vanderbilt's terrible. That's another team. They flashback to like 5-6 years ago, they were making it in as like the number 4 seed in the March Madness tournament. And this year with Darius Garland as point guard for that basketball team, they only had like a 5-win season, I believe. California also had like a 5-win season, I think, for college basketball. Oh, wow, so Purdue was good back in the early 2000s, Vaughn was saying. Yeah, I couldn't remember how far back Purdue was, but in my recent memory here, like anywhere to like 2007, 2008 or so, I've never like really known Purdue to be that good at football. It's like something on the same level here of, say, like Ole Miss for basketball. Ole Miss is another one of those teams for basketball that they usually never make it into the tournament. They did this season, though, so that was pretty cool. That team had like a bunch of like seniors on it. I think for basketball, the biggest like dropper this season, like a team that did make the tournament with a pretty high seed that will miss the tournament, I'm going to say Virginia Tech is that type of team this year. I think they're going to miss the tournament for Virginia Tech. Hey, what is good? Philip Lindsay back on the channel. What is good? Brandon McManus saying hi to Philip Lindsay here. What's good, man? Thanks so much for joining me here. What a game Philip Lindsay had as well. He was fantastic today for the Broncos. 15 carries, 114 rushing yards, and a touchdown run as the Denver Broncos defense was a key as well, forcing 3 turnovers, 2 picks off of Phillip Rivers, and they beat their rivals at Carson today, 20-13, and the Broncos get their first win of the season, so they are not winless anymore with Vic Fangio. The close games, they've been playing in close games though for Denver. No, you've come to the wrong channel, Philip Lindsay. I'm not Brandon McManus. I think you have found the wrong channel for that. But thanks for asking, bro. So yeah, right now, guys, we're just on commercial break. We'll get right back into the game here after commercial, everybody. Been a long day of football action. Some of my surprises today and takeaways had to be this one. Oakland Raiders winning at London 24-21 against Chicago. The Falcons getting crushed. That was another one. Texans just destroying the Falcons. And now Dan Quinn is in big-time trouble. Philip Lindsay saying that the Colts will win. That he hopes that the Colts will win. So that's good, man. That will be helpful to some other teams towards the AFC. If the Colts do win this game, that would help out the teams at the top of the AFC. Yeah, this Colts defense keeping this team right into the game, though. There's been a ton of penalty flags just flying left and right, though, in this one. Yes, 6 penalties for 80 total penalty yards by Kansas City. That's not how you win the game at all with penalties so far, and that's something they've struggled to do so far in this game right now. My favorite team is the Patriots, by the way, Philip Lindsay. My favorite team is the Patriots. So currently, everybody, we are on commercial break. We'll just get right into this game here in a matter of moments in the Sports Dish on Sportscaster. Thank you guys so much. No, I actually live in New England, half an hour south of Gillette Stadium. So I'm half an hour south of Gillette Stadium, Philip Lindsay. So not a bandwagon fan. I grown up in Massachusetts. As we are getting ready to go back to this game right now. So the Colts actually will receive this kickoff here to start the third quarter right now. In a close game, 13-10 is the score. So yeah, Mahomes has been sacked twice in this game. Rushing the football has been basically non-existent so far today for the Kansas City Chiefs. Second start for Patrick Mahomes that he has trailed at halftime. The other game was a 2018 AFC Championship game. So how about that? 2 career starts by Patrick Mahomes that he has trailed at halftime. Both of them coming in prime time here. The AFC title game and as well this game on Sunday Night Football. So we'll get ready to go right back into this game right now. The Colts with the football as here comes the kickoff. Indianapolis will field this one at their own 5. They take a pass of 15 to the 20. They get knocked down around the 22-yard line. So that's where Jacoby Brissett will start up as quarterback there on the return by Zach Pascal. No 49ers Browns tomorrow on YouTube, unfortunately. But I might do it on Sportscaster. So I'm on Sportscaster as well. I'll drop you the link. Feel free to check it out. If you like, I'm in the top 10 right now on Sportscaster. I'll drop you guys the link, any of you guys on YouTube. So feel free to check that out. I call play-by-play of all my stuff on there as well. Football, basketball. Did a little bit of baseball so far. 1st and 10. 14:50 left to go in the third quarter right now. Ace formation for the Colts. In the backfield, they have the running back, Marlon Mack. And they'll go jet sweep end around here with Nyheim Hines. Past the 30 down the left side to about the 35-yard line. You get that carry in the first down run. So good start there for the Colts. Nyheim Hines gets the jet sweep end around for the first down run. So yeah, good start here for the Colts, everybody. We're going to get right back into this game here in just a moment as this time is ticking down on the clock. 14:45 left to go in the third. Penalty flag, though, so not a great start by the Colts. Actually, too many men on the field, so that negates the first down run on the jet sweep by Nyheim Hines, the running back. So now the Colts will have the football on the 1st and 15. 14:45 left to go in the third quarter. Now Indianapolis with the football. Jacoby Brissett under center. Right now in the ace formation. Now goes to the shotgun. Brissett takes the snap. Yeah, so go play action. Passes underneath to Mack. Mack past the 20, and he gets wrapped up. About a gain of 3, gain of 2 on the play right there on the catch. So Marlon Mack gets to about the 20-yard line on the catch. Brings up now a second down coming up in 2nd and 12 or so for the Indianapolis Colts. Jacoby Brissett now the quarterback, 2nd and 12. Coming up here, we approach the 14-minute mark. Left to go in the third quarter. Shotgun formation here for Brissett, the running back to his right. That is Marlon Mack. They snap it over to Brissett. Brissett hands it off. HB draw the Mack past the 25-30. Big run, diving for the first down. Sticks at the 32. He is going to be there on 2nd and 12 on the run. 12-yard carry up the middle by Marlon Mack. Right at that first down marker. So we have 13 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the third right now. They're going to go quarterback sneak up the middle. I think they caught the defense off guard. Should be enough for the first down. I think he got it. 13 and a half left to go in the third quarter here. So that should be good. Yep, the refs are going to say it is indeed a first down run with 13:20 left to go in the third quarter by the Colts on the play up the middle with a quarterback sneak. Yep, Jacoby Brissett got it. Took it up the middle for the first down run. So yeah, just enough there. 13 minutes left to go in the third quarter without. Colts with a football. Go to the motion towards the right side. T.Y. Hilton lined up. Brissett going play action. Takes it to the air now for Jacoby. Flushed out to his right side. Passes, and that ball incomplete on the play. Little check down pass intended for Marlon Mack. Jacoby Brissett got hit pretty hard from the backside on the play. He's able to get back up. Helped out to his feet as a flag has been thrown here with 12:47 left to go in the third quarter. So we'll check the flag. There might have been contact downfield on the play. And yeah, that was contact on the play right there. So contact downfield by the Kansas City Chiefs. Brashad Breeland with a defensive holding penalty with 12:47 left to go here in the third quarter. So Breeland commits the penalty in the field. Seven penalties for 85 yards so far in this game tonight by the Chiefs. First and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation for Brissett. Takes the snap play action. Screens it over to Hilton. Hilton down just past that line of scrimmage for a 1-yard gain on the play with 12:40 left to go in the third quarter. So T.Y. Hilton does make a 1-yard catch here as this clock will tick down to about 12 and a half left to go in the third. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts offense. Jacoby Brissett now in the shotgun formation here for the Colts with a running back lined up. That is Marlon Mack to the left side. Brissett calling out an audible to his teammates here at the moment. Going in motion, wide receiver towards the left with Zach Pascal. Brissett takes the snap, hands it off to Mack. Mack runs up the middle and cuts towards the left. Past the 40. Dragged down there around the 43-yard line by Marlon Mack. 11:50 left to go and counting down here in the third quarter. Thanks so much all for joining me on the stream tonight. I'm on Sportscaster. I'm on YouTube calling play-by-play of this one. We approach that 11.5-minute mark. 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts with that ball spotted just shy of the 40-yard line coming up for the Colts. So yeah, this team is run heavy here with Indianapolis, and that's how they've been able to control this game so far, keeping the Kansas City Chiefs off the field. Shotgun formation right now from Marlon Mack, the quarterback. Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback. Marlon Mack in the backfield. Brissett takes the snap in the pocket, passes left side, incomplete, intended right there for his wide receiver. Zach Pascal stops the clock with 11:13 left to go in the third quarter, and the Colts will have to punt this football away. So Indianapolis have to punt it away. 4th and 4 coming up. 11:13 left to go in the third. 4th and 4 coming up as the Colts will boot this ball away here in just a moment with their punter, Rigoberto Sanchez. He boots this one off, and the Chiefs back to return and field this punt. Oh, they don't call for a fair catch. They get hit immediately at the 20-yard line, though, on the return. So DeAnthony Thomas, the former Oregon Duck, the kick returner on that punt return, but he gets hit immediately right there at the 20. So we'll be back to action right here after this commercial break, as this is the Sports Dish here on Sportscaster and also on YouTube on Final Yard Football. So Patrick Mahomes with the ball in his hands when we do get back right into this game. Indianapolis, great job so far with dominating the time of possession against Kansas City. 18 minutes and 40 seconds they've possessed the football. KC with 15 minutes and 16 seconds they've possessed the football. So great job by this run-heavy Indianapolis Colts offense from not allowing the quarterback Patrick Mahomes to touch the football in tonight's game right now, as Indianapolis has 95 rushing yards. 79 of those rushing yards have been by Marlon Mack. So 79 yards on the ground by Marlon Mack. Currently, we're on commercial break, everyone. We'll get right back into the game here in a matter of moments. So, yeah, just calling play-by-play here on both of these streaming platforms right now as we take the commercial break, and then we'll get right back into the game here momentarily. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes will have the football for the first time on the field when we do get back into this game right now. But there's been a ton of drop passes so far. Penalties have been aplenty for the Kansas City Chiefs. And also, they've been non-existent running that football in the first half. I believe they have like 11 rushing yards in that first half running the football. So they've struggled to run the ball throughout the entirety of that first half, which has been a huge problem so far in that game. So currently, everybody, we are at commercial break. We'll get right back into this game here in a matter of moments as we are on Sportscaster. We're also on YouTube here calling play-by-play of tonight's game right now. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs with the football when we do come back to this game. Alright, so here we are, everyone, getting right back into this game here, into action. Youngest MVPs, well, Patrick Mahomes sure is up there, 23 years old in 2018. Only Jim Brown was younger than him in 1957 and 58, 21 and 22. Walter Payton got it at 23 as well. As Mahomes hands it off here, right side, Damian Williams on the carry for around a gain of 4 in the play. So Damian Williams in that first half basically non-existent there, carrying the football. 4 carries for only 12 yards in the first half. Patrick Mahomes showing on the screen that he launched the football over the stadium into the parking lot. That's how big, strong an arm he has. Mahomes throwing off his back foot. This one, deep ball. Oh, he catches it. Down the right sidelines, McCole Hardman, and that will change the game just like that. That just changed this entire game. There's a flag down on the field. Mahomes is signaling that it was on the Colts defense. So that play just changed the entire outcome of the game, everybody. The shot that Patrick Mahomes just took down the right sideline, and he completed it. Pass interference by the Colts, too. So, pass interference by the Colts. Big play just like that. Automatic first down by KC. So, we have 10:24 left to go in the third quarter just like that. McCole Hardman, the rookie, down the right sideline, making a terrific catch right here off the pass interference called by the Colts. Wow, terrific catch indeed. That was a tremendous effort. He was close. Oh, I think he stepped out of bounds. I think he stepped out of bounds. I think he stepped out of bounds and they didn't call it on him. So 1st and 10 anyway for Kansas City. Will they review this? You think they're going to review this or no? Will they get it off in time? We're going to see. He definitely stepped out of bounds there. The back heel definitely stepped out on the chalk. They're not going to review it. They snap it off. Mahomes hands it off here to Williams. Williams cutting towards the middle. Gain around 5. Pushing the pile for 6. And it'll be a 2nd and 4 coming up. So they got off a play right there. He stepped out of bounds. Yeah, NBC eye it right there, showing you. He clearly stepped out of bounds and caught that football. So he would have been an ineligible wide receiver. That shouldn't have been pass interference anyway. Chiefs get a break right there from the game. 9:40 left to go in this third quarter right now. Kansas City with a terrific spot with this football. They snap it. Mahomes hands it off, and that is a penalty flag down on the ground. Penalty flag down on the ground. Let's see what the flag is for. False start by the offense. So false start here by the Chiefs with 9:36 left to go in the third. So false start on the offense on the play. So yeah, Frank Reich should have challenged that because that wouldn't have been pass interference at all because the wide receiver would have stepped out of bounds. He would have been ineligible anyway. Could do whatever you want since that player doesn't exist, I believe. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Chiefs. 9.5 left to go in the third quarter now. Mahomes from the gun. Got the running back to his right, 3 wide to the right side, 1 wide to the left. That's Kelsey to the left. Mahomes taking the snap, going in motion is Williams. He screens it over to Williams. Williams past the 45 down the left sideline, 40 and down just before that first down marker at the 35-yard line. So he gets to about the 37 on the play. 9 minutes now left to go in the third quarter here. 3rd down coming up for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, that's close. That's definitely out of bounds with the back heel looking at it on the NBC eye. 8:55 here left to go in the third quarter. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the stream. 3rd and 2, big 3rd and 2 coming up for the Chiefs. 8:45 left to go. And the third ticking down right now. Mahomes in the shotgun. Kelsey going in motion towards the left. Mahomes takes the snap back to pass, flushed out to the right. Mahomes rolling out, throws on the run, incomplete. Oh, ball tipped up in the air. And it's going to get intercepted. I thought the ball hit the ground first. We're going to see. Taken down the right sideline, 45, 50, dragged out at midfield. Oh, late hit by the Chiefs. See what's dragged out midfield. Yup, the flag coming in late right there. Kansas City throwing down the player who intercepted the football for the Colts well after he was out of bounds. There was no need for that at all. We're going to see here. If that ball hit the ground, that's close. Hit the ground, came up. Anthony Sherman, the intended receiver in the play. The ball went off Sherman's bottom part of the hands right at the ground, and the ball went up and was intercepted by the Colts in the play. That was number 58, Bobby Okwurke, who got the interception. Bobby Okwurke got the interception in the play. Hey, what's good, Vaughn? Thanks so much for being back right now. So, interception, but we're trying to see if there was an incomplete pass, though, if it touched the ground first. That's so close. That is so close. That ball by the touch the ground. I want to see it closer. That angle's not going to show me anything. Come on. Come on, NBC. That angle doesn't show you anything. And that's going to be under review. So, official review to see if that is indeed a turnover or not. Oh, wow. Vaughn just going to the store here where stores in my area are closing up or already closed. Because it's 10:30 on the East Coast here. For you guys out in California, 7:30. Stores are very well open. I'm thinking about it, though. People out in California, like on the West Coast, California, Washington, Oregon, they get the NFL games at 9 in the morning. That's crazy. So, they get, like, NFL games at 9 in the morning. That's crazy. But their local teams usually don't play until, like, 4:05, 4:25. Usually, most of the time there. Well, like, if you're an LA Rams fan or 49ers fan, that's most of the case. But you do have 1 o'clock games on the East Coast. But those games don't... on the West Coast, those games actually start at 9. And then the games in London, like last year, or like... Yeah, like last year, there was a game in London that started at 9:30 in the morning. That game actually doesn't start for people on the West Coast until 6:30 in the morning. So, a lot of people can't even see it because they're in bed. So, currently, everybody, we're in commercial break right now. Rolling on the field was an interception by the Colts, but there was a challenge on the field. This play under review with 9:20 left to go in the third. So 9 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the third. This play under review here on the challenge. as we are right on commercial break right now. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream, by the way, tonight, where I call play-by-play of football. So yeah, just waiting to get this call here in a couple moments. We'll see what the actual call will be on the fields or so, as we are on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster, everybody. Thanks so much all for joining me. Thoughts on Arizona State football here. I haven't seen them this season or so for Arizona State. Let's see. Did they win their last game? They beat Michigan State. Okay, so this pass just got an incomplete pass in the play. Yeah, so their defense, it looks like Arizona State, looking at their team, it seems like their defense has been carrying the team this season. Their only loss, it appears to be, is against Colorado. Yeah, they just beat Cal. Because Oregon played them yesterday. It's the following week, so they had the bye this week. But yeah, they played a ton of close games. I need to see more of them. I need to really see them to determine them how they play against Utah when they play that game. That'll be two top 25 teams in 2 weeks from now, and that'll be the game to determine where in the world is Arizona State at. Is this team really good, or are they actually not as good as everybody thought to be? But they did beat Michigan State, but Michigan State will be out of the top 25 once again, so that doesn't help out Arizona State in that cause. So this penalty will get reversed right now with 8.5 left to go in the third. Hey, what is good, Bobby? Thanks so much for joining the broadcast here on Sportscaster. You're the man, Bobby. 4th and 17 coming up on the incomplete pass by Kansas City. The Colts will get this football in just a moment on the punt. So coming on to punt this football, Dustin Colquitt for the Chiefs, and they boot it right back. So the Colts call for a fair catch. They dive for around that 13-yard line or so. So the Colts will have it at the 13-yard line when we get back to action here on the broadcast. Bobby hates both of these teams. He hopes it ends in a tie so neither one gets a win. Classic. That would be so helpful towards the Patriots case, though. That wouldn't be helpful towards me, though, if it ends in a tie, because I'd be here until probably like 1 in the morning, and I have work. I work 8:30 to 5, by the way, on the weekdays, so that wouldn't be helpful, because I do leave the house around 8 o'clock in the morning here. 1st and 10 coming up, 8.5 left to go in the third, as this is a run up the middle here, past the 15 to about the 16 by Marlon Mack. These late night games, I hate how they drag. The Cowboys versus Packers game, that game dragged so much. Started at 4:25, wasn't finished until like 7:55, almost 8 o'clock. Like, it almost went into this game, by the way. And then this game is on right now. The game on Thursday night went quick, though. The week before that, Green Bay against Philadelphia. Oh, man, I was up till, like, basically midnight. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Brissett hands it off here to Mack. Mack past the 15 to about the 18-yard line on the carry, so another gain of 3. Oh, man, Bobby's up at 3:45 in the morning. I remember those days, dude. I remember those days. I used to intern for a morning show at it's a radio. I work at a different radio station now, but I used to intern at Fun 107 in Fairhaven, right next to New Bedford. I used to get up at like 4 in the morning to do that when I was in college, because I had to be there. I think it was like 5:30 or so. 3rd and 4 coming up. Colts now with a football shotgun formation. Yeah, man, that's rough. I feel you, brother. Rolling out to the right, Brissett throws on the run, complete, first down to Jack Doyle. Gained enough. They get a 6-yard completion for the first down, needed 4. Yeah, I remember when I was in college a couple years ago, and I remember those days in college. I had classes at 8:30 in the morning. I commuted to college because I live like 50 minutes south of Boston. So from like the Taunton Attleboro area where I commute, Bobby, is that I had to commute all the way up to college, which my college I went to was in Milton, so just south of Boston, and it took me like almost 2 hours every day with traffic to get to the 8:30 classes. And then one of the days, I had classes from 8:30 to 9 o'clock at night, I think. That was crazy. That was like every Wednesday when I was in college. Marlon Mack run up the middle to about the 30-yard line. Yup, I went to Curry. Yep, so I went to Curry. Yeah, I think they have a campus in Plymouth too. But yep, I went to Curry in Melton, graduated 2 years ago. Yes, Vaughn. Cowboys game was so slow today. That game almost ended around 8 o'clock. That was dragging. They set a record of like most total yards in that game. I think it was like over like 850 total yards between the two teams. That was crazy. Alright, ball at the 30 here for the Colts. They have the football at their own 30. Going in motion, T.Y. Hilton towards the race. Somebody jumped off sides, I believe. This a free play? Yeah, it's going to be a free play. As he overshoots his wide receiver intended for Mo Alley Cox, the tight end, incomplete. Yes. That game was just pulling like a boat anchor with Cowboys against Packers. That game was 17-zip at halftime, and then the Cowboys had like over 445 yards, I believe, of total offense, and they lost by by 10 points. That was crazy. 17-zip, they were down at halftime, and then they just kept on scoring points. They got 17 on the board, but it was the 3 interceptions that helped out Green Bay win that game. 5:50 left to go in the third. Brissett play action. He's going to go to the air in the pocket all the day in the world. Passes short right side, incomplete. Over the head of Mo Alley Cox once again. Yep. Only the Cowboys will pull that off. Pass the ball for like or total go for like over 500 total yards, but turn it over 3 times with interceptions and still be able to lose the game and put up only 17 points on the board. That was crazy. 17 points there. And you go over 500 yards total offense. 5:45 left to go in the third quarter. Brissett with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation here. He's got the running back to his right. That's Jordan Wilkins. Brissett takes the snap. He hands it off to Wilkins. Up the middle, HB draw. And he's close to the first down marker, but a yard short. Wilkins, I think he stumbled up on his own weight as he took it to the 44. Needed to get to the 45. Alright, we have under 5.5 left to go in the third quarter. Got a 3rd and 1 coming up right now. Big 3rd down coming up for the Colts if they want to continue this drive. They've gone run heavy throughout this game, just like the entire season. I expect them to do the case here once again. They do well running the football, though. They've got what? They've got 24 carries for 117 yards, as we have a timeout called by Frank Reich here of the Colts. So timeout has been called here in the field. Yeah, the positive, though, about being on the road at like 4 in the morning, though, is not getting into any traffic. So that's like the positive there about that. But you do get into construction, actually, but like traffic with like anything with like backups, like the bad commute for Boston starts like around like 5:30 or so, going up 95 and 24. So at least you must avoid that. Yep. All the butthurt Cowboys fans tomorrow morning on YouTube. They have just lost their past 2 games here. 2 losses in a row here for the Cowboys after that strong start. End around jet sweep. They do get the first down. Down at the 45 at Kansas City. Nice run there by the Colts to pick up the first down. Nice play call. I like what Frank Wright came out of the playbook right there. Zach Pascal took the jet sweep around the end around for the first down. So we're under 5 minutes left to go here in the third. 13-10. What this Colts offense has done is phenomenal. Keeping the Chiefs off the field. Keeping Patrick Mahomes off the field. And this is what the Colts have excelled at so far in this game. 4.5 left to go in the third quarter. Brissett in the gun. Takes the snap. Swings it over to his running back, Nyheim Hines. Left side. 40, 35 to the 30. Wrapped up around the 27. Nice big gain right there by Nyheim Hines off the little swing around pass from the backfield for the first down. We did have a flag on the play, though, so we'll check the flag here. We have 4:24 left to go in the third. We got a flag, and it's a holding call on Indianapolis. So holding by the Colts on that play. Hey, thanks so much, Bobby. I appreciate it, man. You are the man. Thanks so much. And yeah, whenever you stream, I'll go into you and see. I'll join you guys whenever you stream. But yeah, thanks so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, backs up the Colts around 10 yards back because that was a holding call by the Colts. So ball spotted here at the 46. They go play actions right now. They run it up the middle. Matt cuts it towards the left side. He gets tackled. About the 49, loss of 3 in the play. How much time did that take me to do the top 25 predictions? Ooh. That took me quite some time, I think, just to get, like, all the information down. Probably, like 3.5, 4 hours or so to get all the information down for, like, all the teams and stuff. And then to present it for, like, a video, too. I did one on Sportscaster. The one on Sportscaster is just so much easier. Because I got to organize them, or so, with the OBS stuff. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. They're going 5 wide right now. 2nd and 14. They take the snap. Brissett over the middle. Complete to Himes. Himes to about the 42-yard line. Not enough for the first down. 3rd down, though. They get half of those yards back about. Gain of 6 or so. Should be like a 3rd and 8. Hey, what is good, Nick? Thanks so much, man, for joining me back in the chat. Nick's fantasy team is on fire. That's awesome to hear, man. Congrats, dude. 3rd down coming up. Under 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd. 3rd and 7 right now for the Colts. They've done a great job this half, though, not making sure that Patrick Mahomes doesn't touch that football. This offense here just keeps on chunking down the clock right now. 3rd and 7 for the Colts. Shotgun formation for Brissett. In the backfield, it's got Marlon Mack. Brissett takes the snap. Back to pass. Flushed out to the right. Brissett throws on the run. Incomplete. At the right sideline on the 3rd and 7. With 2.5 left to go in the 3rd. Vaughn's predicting Cal will be in the New Year's Six Bowl around 2 to 3 years from now. Yeah, if they continue keeping on this pace that they're being a good team once again, if they keep on working at that recruiting level, they're definitely going to be great. Yeah, so just football and basketball, Eric. No baseball channel. Right now, so just football and basketball I have. I only watch October baseball, usually. I don't really watch a ton of baseball during the actual season. That's a punt to DeAnthony Thomas, and he will field it around that 5-yard line. So that's where the Chiefs will start out. 95 yards away from their end zone at their own 5. And yes, peace to Bobby. Have a nice night, man. I appreciate it in the chat here. So right now, everybody, we are on commercial break here at the moment. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the stream. Yeah, same here, Vaughn. I usually just watch baseball in October. Yeah, I so agree with you. 162 games of baseball kind of consumes your life every day or so. And it's all during the nice days of the year, when the days are the best. Well, where I am, out in the Northeast, is really nice. April to the last day of September or so for baseball, unless the team makes the postseason, and then October. But yeah, it's usually about October baseball, which is the best time. I always have enjoyed October baseball. Alright, we are on commercial break here. We still haven't even got to the 4th quarter. 2:22 left to go in this 3rd quarter right now. As we are on Sportscaster, we are on YouTube streaming this game at the moment. Yep, 162 games, and if you're a team like the Miami Marlins or something like that, it's gonna be a long season. Somebody like the Reds or the Marlins, the Tigers, it's gonna be definitely a long season. And there, the Orioles, oof, I feel you, man. Being a Reds fan, ouch. Brent saying he'll watch a Marlins game if he's hammered because it's too much depression. Yep. It's so sad. Yeah, that's good though that the Reds are actually improving. Man, Cincinnati's just not the sports city. I feel for people out in the Cincinnati area. They're just not, it's not the sports city or so. It's unfortunate. Mahomes takes the snap here from the end zone, passes right side, and Kelsey tried to go out and dive for it, but the ball fell incomplete to the ground. Stops the clock, 2:16 left to go in the third. Yes, the weather, I agree with you, Vaughn. The weather's so nice out there. Anytime during baseball season, the weather's so nice. And then when the weather's crappy, like in my area, that's when it's like basketball season, basically. Or like NFL playoff time. That's like, I feel like the worst weather for me is like the month of March. Like lately in March, we've always got like nor'easters up towards the East Coast, as that's a run up the middle, no gain on the play. I think it was 2018. Yeah, 2018. We got two really bad nor'easters. They lost like electric for like a full week or so, as we approach the 2-minute mark remaining in the third quarter. But yeah, we've had some terrible storms out in March. We get like a tons of like torrential rain, lots of wind out here in March. It's just terrible weather in general. 3rd and 10 coming up right now. Shotgun formation for Mahomes, as we have 1:30 left to go in this game right now. Mahomes takes the snap. Back to pass from the end zone, airs it out down the middle, incomplete on the play. Stops the clock, 1:28. Mahomes is hobbling now. He got hit pretty hard in the end zone, and Mahomes having trouble to put weight on that foot. He is hobbling. Ouch. And somebody else, Andrew Wiley, a tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, is down. Mahomes is limping here on the field, guys. This is terrible. Matt Moore is the backup quarterback for the Chiefs, but Patrick Mahomes is limping. This is terrible. And Andrew Wiley is down on the field right now. So let's see here. Eric's out in Kentucky. Oh, wow, man. That's unfortunate, dude. He doesn't have a major sports team. Yeah, Virginia doesn't have one either. I know, Virginia is like the most populous state, I believe, that doesn't have like a major sports team. They should bring one to like Richmond or so. Same as you guys to like Kentucky. At least you have Kentucky basketball or Louisville. So that's good. So you get to choose from that. So that's good. Basketball is really competitive out there. Man, Brent, Cincinnati in his area. Everybody pissed or sad. I feel you, bro. That's terrible. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what the states are like that don't have like any professional sports teams, that probably never will. Like something like New Mexico or Montana, like those types of states, Idaho. Like who in the world does like some of those teams root for professional sports or so, when you only have like two college Division I programs, like New Mexico and New Mexico State, something like that. And those two teams like never ever are, they never are really good at football. Actually, for basketball, they're good, though. College basketball, New Mexico has been in the tournament quite a bit. And New Mexico State, too. Yeah, Mahomes was just limping there. That looked bad, just seeing that. Oof. Vaughn saying, do you have to shave off the snow? No, we have to actually shovel it off or use a snowblower, because most of the time here in Massachusetts, especially when you head up north towards like New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, it gets to be quite deep in the snow with the white stuff there. You're talking about over like a foot of snow, 2 feet of snow sometimes. We've been in 3 feet of snow. It's crazy out here. Wow, 4 seasons in 1 day out there for Eric in Kentucky. 2 days of rain, no rain, like for a week or two. Yeah, in here in Massachusetts, we actually run through like well water and stuff for our town. So if it doesn't rain for like 2 weeks or so, if we go through like a severe drought, that means that we have no running water in our town, because we don't even have town water or anything. We have to go through like our own setup well. Patrick Mahomes is on the bench right now, 4th and 10, though, with 1:27 left to go, as he is on the sideline. Yeah, and I actually live in a town that has like 10,000 people in it, and um, it's a big sized town too. It's like 20 minutes from south to north, and everything's like trees and farms where I am. So none of the houses are close together. So when we do lose power, as Kansas City punts this ball away, that was a terrible punt. Didn't even make it past midfield. Wow. So great field position here for Indy at like the 46 or 47 yard line. But when we do lose power, we lost power to Hurricane Irene. I think that was in 2011. We lost power for a whole week from Hurricane Irene, and that was actually a tropical storm. We lost power for 7 days. We lost power for Superstorm Sandy for 3 days. So where I live, we're like the last ones to get our electric stored where I live, because we're like one of the least populous towns in Massachusetts towards like this area, and we're not as covered as much. So Colts now with the football, 1:14 left to go in the third quarter. It's Brissett is in as quarterback right now. Marlon Mack, the running back, towards the right. Brissett with 1:14 remaining. Hands it off, takes the snap to Marlon Mack up the middle, past the 45 to about the 44 on the play. Yes, Vaughn. Flint, Michigan, they still have no water. That's terrible. Oh, man, that's so unfortunate. That the town south of mine, the one town right below me, actually has been having dirty water for, like, the last 5 years for some reason. What they have from their, town water, I guess it comes dirty, so they have to do it, like, brown or so. It's pretty, thank God I don't live there. Pretty bad. 2nd and 5 coming out. Run here by Marlon Mack up the middle to about the 41-yard line. Gain of 3 on the run should bring up about a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2 coming up on the field right now for the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to wind this clock down as well to about 20, yeah, under 30 seconds left to go. We should be going to the 4th quarter right after this play, everybody. So Colts with the football right now. They're in the ace formation. T.Y. Hilton going over towards the left side. Brissett with 10 seconds ticking down to the clock. 3rd and 2. They need to get to the 38. Ball spot at the 40. Will he snap it or not? No, he's not going to snap it. Okay, we just reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Indy will not snap that football. So we'll go with the next play here. Full 15 left to go as we will go to the 4th quarter here. So moving on to the 4th quarter, everybody, on Sportscaster on YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, calling play-by-play of this game. Yes, Eric, indeed, water, one of the things that a lot of people take for granted, indeed. Something that is one of the most needed things in life, for sure. So yeah, right now we're just on a commercial break, ready to go into this game here in a matter of moments once again. So we just ended that 3rd quarter. Now moving on to the 4th quarter. Patrick Mahomes was limping off the field. I wonder if he'll be playing on the next drive or so, what that extent of that injury is. He's been getting beat down, though. The offensive linemen haven't been able to block up front, and Patrick Mahomes has been like taking shots in this game right now. So yeah, total time of possession, it's been all Colts there. For time of possession, 26 minutes off the clock to Kansas City, just shy of 19 minutes right now. So the Colts having a great game plan going in. Why do winter storms have names, Von saying here? I actually have no clue myself, but they, for some reason, call storms different types of names. I remember there was a bad one. I think it was Blizzard Nemo we had in like 2012. That was a terrible storm. And it was cold too. We lost power, so we had like nobody had any heat, any electricity where we were. No running water. And since you have no electric, you can't buy anything that's frozen or goes into a refrigerator. At least you could freeze it out in the snow, though, so that was cool. But, yeah, I think that was back in 2011 or 2012. That was a bad one. Because I remember we lost power for like 4 days during Nemo. That was terrible. That was like February break, too. Alright, here we are, getting right back into this game. 15 minutes left to go as Brissett passes short left side, complete to Doyle, first down. Bouncing off a tackler past the 30 to the 28-yard line. There's a flag down to play. We'll check the flag here. We'll check this flag here in the field right now. 14:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. And it's off. Yeah, it's offensive pass interference on the play. So offensive pass interference here on the play by T.Y. Hilton, the wide receiver who committed the penalty in the play. Oh, wow. So, Eric, thanks so much for the update on Sportscaster. Patrick Mahomes looking at a tablet without trainers near him per Twitter. That is interesting there. So, Patrick Mahomes looking at the tablet there and with a film and playbook stuff. So, yeah, he is definitely going to be playing the rest of this game, it seems like. So, he is fine. I guess they don't even want to check him out. Vaughn saying also they named winter storms after plants. Interesting. I remember one year was so bad for hurricanes, they ran out of names that they had to go to, like, the alpha, beta stuff for, like, the Greek alphabet. Okay, so Indy is challenging this rolling on the field of a pass interference right now. This game is dragging right now. We're almost, 5 minutes to 11 o'clock on the East Coast. 14:39, though, left to go in the fourth quarter. At least we've gotten into the fourth quarter. That's the good thing. At least we're not stuck in quarter number 3, still trying to end that one. But currently we're on commercial break right now. This is surprising, though. Only 10 points on the board for Kansas City in this game. And the Colts with good field position, too. So, yeah, we're just on commercial break, everybody, at this stage of the game. Welcome in, everybody, into the Sportscaster, into the YouTube as well. Yes. Be glad not to stream this game because this game for sure is taking forever. Oh, man. At least it's not as bad as Cowboys versus Packers. That was pretty bad. But this game is dragging along, too. It's so different than the Thursday night game. That game was going by pretty quick, that game on Thursday. I was like, wow, I can go to bed here at like 11:15. This game is already finished. Fantastic. I can start off my Friday a little bit earlier, but this game's not going to finish at 11:15. That's for sure. I wonder what the... Well, besides, there was that game last year, Tennessee against Miami. That took like 7 hours to complete because of like 3 different weather delays due to lightning. That was week 1, too, of 2018. I wonder what the longest games have ever been for like NFL that actually were like non-stop with no delays in them. I'm also glad that I didn't stream that Buccaneers-Panthers game a few weeks ago for week 3 because that game was also delayed by weather for quite a while because of thunderstorms. Wonder what the shortest NFL game was. They say Tennessee versus Colts in 1996, a 23-0 Colts win that lasted 2 hours and 33 minutes. Has been the fastest game in the NFL. I remember there was like a power outage game. I think it was the Buffalo Bills against the Chargers. And the TV crews for CBS lost power in that game. That is fantastic to see the... for Eric to see the Cowboys get wrecked. Especially, I think, yeah, the Steelers when they last played the Cowboys. That was a ridiculous game, I remember. 1 hour. That'll be interesting if there was a 1-hour football game. Okay, 3rd and 12 as the ball is spotted at midfield here for the Colts. Brissett back to pass, so they reverse the call on the field. Brissett over the middle, complete right there to Marlon Mack, the running back. Not enough for the first down. Got around 10 yards on the reception on the screenplay. Not enough for the first. He needed 12. He only got 10. So brings up a 4th down here. Will Indy go for it? That's going to be the thing as we take this clock down to 14 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. 4th down coming up. The Colts are indeed going for it right now. Ball spot the 40. They need to get to the 38 for the first down. So here we go. 6 straight 4th down conversions for the Indianapolis Colts. Indy with the football right now, trying to make it 7. 4th and 1 coming up. 8 on the play clock. Brissett making sure that everybody knows what they're doing here. 5-4 on the play clock. 3. They take the snap. They hand it off right side to Mack. Mack trying to push the pile. He does. First down. This Chiefs defense has been a weak point of this team so far, stopping the run. And this Colts offense looking very sharp right now with 13:44 left to go in the 4th. Running the football, it's been a good matchup here for the Colts. Run heavy going up against the Chiefs. And the Chiefs have struggled defensively so far this season. They're at the very bottom of the NFL, stopping the run, and today, same case. Just trouble stopping this run from happening. 21 rushing yards for 21 rushes for 101 rushing yards by Marlon Mack today. Brissett takes the snap, handoff once again up the middle, big burst to the 30. Not enough for the first down, but good rush by Jordan Wilkins to get about half of those yards there for a 2nd and 5 coming up. Here we go. When the Colts run the football, that's what I like because the clock keeps on running. If you're in a late night game like this, you just want every single play to be a rushing play. And to get like 3-4 yards every carry and to get a first down every single time on a 3rd down. We're under 13 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter right now. 2nd and 5. Coming up, going in motion towards the left side. There's a pass goal as they hand it off to Jordan Wilkins. Up the middle, Wilkins. 2nd effort, not much though. Gain of 2 on the carry, I believe. So we approach the 12.5 minute mark here. So 3rd and about 3 coming up for the Colts. Let's see here. Vaughn saying, why does CBS do AFC teams, Fox do NFC teams? I think it's something in like the TV contracts that they do that for, but not necessarily though. It's because I think was it Seahawks? There were two. Oh no, it was last week. It was Bears versus Vikings that were on CBS. So not necessarily though, because 2 NFC teams like the Bears versus Vikings last week were on CBS. So usually like 90% of the time they'll do CBS teams stuck with the AFC, NFC teams stuck with Fox, but usually with that exception they'll do it differently. I think it's something that does with like the flex schedule. I think that something pertains to that if there's like a flex game or something that they'll put random games on whatever network that will be able to take them. Also, whoever's available to call the game, too, for the play-by-play crew. That's also something. 4th and 1 coming up as the Colts were stopped just shy of the first down marker. So 4th and 1 with 11 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. The Colts just converted on a 4th down, but they're going to have to take a timeout. Play clock was at 1 and nobody was ready, so they take a timeout here on the clock with 11:15 left to go in the 4th. So timeout here taken by the Colts with 1 down on the play clock. 4th and 1 coming up on a big 4th down here at Arrowhead. Current chance of winning, 51%. If they convert for the Colts, they have a 64% chance if you look at the analytics for them to win this game. They have a 47% chance if they do kick this field goal to win. And if they get stopped, they have a 37% chance to win. Yep, Jets are always on CBS, Vaughn. So yes, that is true. Jets are always on CBS, it seems like. I can never remember a game that Joe Buck has called the Jets on Fox for America's Game of the Week. 4th and 1 coming up. This is a quarterback sneak. It's going to be close. I think they got it. They pushed the pile. I'm pretty sure that's the first down. The refs are coming in right above that first down marker. That should be a first down there for the Colts. So they keep this drive alive with 11 minutes left to go. Jacoby Brissett with the quarterback sneak. They keep it alive here with under 11 left to go now. So yeah, that's a positive of being a Jets fan, is that you'll never have Joe Buck call your games most likely in your life, unless they play the Cowboys, which I don't think that game is even on Fox. I'm pretty sure that's on CBS. 10.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Brissett takes a snap, hands it off. Cuts towards the right here from Mack to the 20. Spin move down around that 16-yard line. Nice run right there by Marlon Mack, the running back. Gain of 9 on the play. Be a second down coming up. 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, approximately here. 2nd and 1 coming up. Nice time management by the Colts in this game. Really good. Second down and 1 coming up for the Colts in the backfield. Nyheim Hines, the running back, with under 10 remaining now. Hines gets the ball up the middle of the rush, and he'll gain around 3. First down, he takes it to about that 14-yard line. This is a fantastic drive right now. Six minutes, 40 seconds off this drive. In 10 plays of 35 yards by the Colts with 9.5 minutes remaining. Yes, I agree with you, Vaughn. Hopefully Joe Buck never gets to call America's Games of the Week for the New York Jets. Colts now with the football. Jacoby Brissett hands it off once again. Big hole right there for the close to the first down marker. 2 yards short, but gains around 8 on the carry by Jordan Wilkins. Nice run as we approach the 9-minute mark left to go. The Colts have found Achilles heel here, the Kansas City Chiefs, and that is stopping the run. Kansas City has yet to stop the Colts' run, and Indianapolis is run heavy, and they got a favorable matchup with pounding the rock today, and that's what they've been able to do, and now they are close to that red zone. Right close to the end zone right now. 2nd and 2 coming up as we approach the 8:40 mark left to go in the fourth quarter. Time this half. The possession arrow looks like this. 17 minutes and 32 seconds by Indianapolis. 3 minutes and 40 seconds by Kansas City. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. Brissett. HB toss towards the left side. Oh, big loss in the play by Wilkins. Terrible loss on that play. Like a loss of 9. The HB toss went nowhere. Tyrann Mathieu got right into the backfield with a huge tackle on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they're going to have to pass the ball, so that's what KC's defense wanted. So the Colts will have to pass this football here. Somebody forgot their assignment blocking up front. Down at the 14-yard line here as we're under 8 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. For the quarterback, this is Jacoby Brissett. Takes the snap. Jacoby play action over to Wilkins. Rolling out to his right to the end zone. Jacoby throws out of bounds. Intended for Eric Ebron, the tight end. So all that time off the clock, and the Colts have to settle for a field goal here with 7:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. That's a positive, though. You settle for a field goal now. It looks like the chances of being a tie game going into overtime are getting slimmer here. Because if the Chiefs do score, all you need is an extra point to win. That's all you need to win 17-16. 7:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Adam Vinatieri, left hash, coming on to kick the 31-yard field goal right now for the Colts. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Vinatieri's kick. It's up and through the uprights. Up and good. Indianapolis leading now 16-10. So that was a bunch of time off the clock. 7:40 left to go in this game right now. As the Chiefs will finally get the football back with Patrick Mahomes. We'll see how good Patrick Mahomes is when he gets back onto the field here, because we haven't seen him in like half an hour or so for Patrick Mahomes. And the last time we did, he was hobbling off the field. So yeah, that would be cool. You know, when Jim Nantz calls your games, or so, Vaughn, when Jim Nantz actually calls the Jets games, that means that the Jets are good. So that usually means that the Jets are good when Jim Nantz calls the games. If somebody like Greg Gumbel calls the games for the Jets, that probably means that the Jets are either A, good team, or B, the bad team. And that today was the Washington Redskins, the B team, going up against the A Patriots, as Greg Gumbel called the game. Usually the Patriots all the time get Ian Eagle. From time to time to get Kevin Harlan, but for them to get Greg Gumbel calling a football game is like, what? That's like once in a 3 years opportunity usually. They never usually have that case. But yeah, right now we're just on commercial break, everyone. The time of possession is an entirely different case in this game right now. Over 33 minutes, the Colts have possessed the ball. Just less than 19 minutes, the Chiefs have had control of the football. So entirely different case here with the amount of time per possession for each of these teams so far in this game. So we're just on commercial break, everyone. We'll get right back into this game when we do go back into action. Yes, I entirely agree with you, Vaughn. I'd like to see the Fox announcers put some nice energy and emotion into the play calling. Not be boring like they usually are. Be nice to see them get some nice boost of energy out there towards their play calling abilities. Channel in their inner emotion to get some stuff going, which would be pretty cool. So currently, everybody, we're on commercial break. We're just going to get right back into this game right now. Kansas City will get the football off this kickoff. So they'll finally get a possession here for the Chiefs coming up. We have 7:40 left to go in the fourth quarter as the Colts will kick off this ball and the Chiefs will let it go to the back of the end zone. Shocker today that the Colts are leading this game 16-10. Yes, it seems like that Iron Eagle always calls those big type of games like Pittsburgh against Baltimore. He always has the big type of games. That guy's fantastic. The Miami Miracle, he was a part of that. He always seems to call all the close games. 7:40 left to go in the fourth here. Shotgun formation for Mahomes right now. So Mahomes back in the game. Damian Williams lined up to the right. Mahomes takes a snap, pass over the middle, complete. Spin move, trying to get towards the edge here, out of bounds, and he does. So gain around 5 on the catch. We do have a flag down. Demarcus Robinson got the catch, brings up a 2nd and 5, but we'll check the flag here on the field. We have 7:33 left to go in this fourth quarter here, guys. Flag was thrown down on the field, so we will check this flag here. Face mask penalty. Face mask penalty on the offense by Kansas City. So face mask by Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson, who did get the reception too. Let's see here. Oh, the stiff arm. He went right into the face mask on the stiff arm of Rock Ya-Sin, the corner of the Indianapolis Colts in the play. Yeah, Kevin Harlan is the man. He's got tons of pipes, Vaughn. But yeah, Kevin Harlan called the Jets game today. Yeah, I feel like he does call the Jets like a good amount of time throughout the season. Him or somebody like Andrew Catalan, like somebody, he usually calls, I think, the Jaguar games though. Or Spiro Dides, whoever those guys are. Mahomes gets sacked big time. Back at the 5, Mahomes gets dropped. You have to worry about Mahomes in this game now, guys. Mahomes has been hobbling off the field here. Doesn't appear to be hobbling right now, but he did get sacked pretty low. You have to worry about that. So Mahomes just got sacked in the play. By the way, it was Grover Stewart, the defensive tackle for Indy, who got around his offensive tackle and sacked Mahomes pretty low in the play. Yeah, that's good for you, Vaughn. So if your team is on CBS, you get all the good announcers. In your opinion, in my opinion, this run towards the left side is Damian Williams, swallowed up for only a gain of 2 in the play. Going to bring up now a 3rd and long coming up for Kansas City. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and what a textbook game here by Indy. Incredible game by the Colts to possess this football as long as possible. 24 first downs by Indianapolis in this game, and they've been able to pound the rock. That's what has made them so efficient. 37 carries for 167 rushing yards, and they've been able to pound the rock so effectively in this game, and that's why they're so good. 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Mahomes under center in the shotgun right now. 3rd and 28, takes the snap from his own end zone. Back to pass from his end zone. Mahomes airs it out deep down the middle of the field. This ball incomplete. Almost intercepted. Flags all over the place on the play, though. Flags on the field, and that appears to be on Indianapolis in coverage. Pass interference. We'll check the penalty to confirm, though, from the referees. The intended wide receiver was McCole Hardman first-year rookie for the Chiefs. We're going to check the flags to see who it's on. Seemed like it was defensive PI, though. So the refs trying to sort this thing out right now. 5:49 left to go in the fourth. One on each team, so one penalty on each team. Both of these penalties will offset. So holding on the offense is a killer for the Chiefs. So replay the down, everybody. Pass interference by the Colts and holding on the offensive line by the Chiefs and offsetting penalties. Replay the down. Replay the down here. That is a killer for the Chiefs because of a holding penalty. Also a killer for the Colts because they could have picked off that football if they didn't have that pass interference penalty. Okay, 3rd and 28 coming up. We'll try it again. 5:49 left to go in the fourth. Mahomes takes the snap from his own end zone. Watch out, Mahomes. Back out of his own end zone. Pass over the middle. This one complete. Turn around. He might get it past the 30. Does. Oh, what a tackle. I thought he was going to get the first down. And coming out of nowhere. Coming out of nowhere with a great open field tackle. A yard short of the first down marker. So it'll be 4th and about 1 coming up here for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes thought he got hit late, and he thought there was a penalty flag down, but Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are going for it. 4th and 1 here for Kansas City. They are ranked 3rd in the NFL since 2013, when NBC has loaded up the graphic and 4th down conversions here when trailing in the 4th quarter or in overtime. 4th and 1. Ball spot at the 34. They hand it off up the middle. He didn't get it. Chiefs did not get it. Turnover on downs with 5:02 left to go on the clock. And Indianapolis will get this football right back. Oh my gosh, you call a running play. Andy Reid, dude, you call a running play here on 4th and 1 when your team has had all Fitz running the football in this entire game. When your team has carried the football for 23 total yards, you run a running play up the middle on 4th and 1, and you don't get it. When you have the best quarterback in the NFL right now, and you run the football, you can't get it on the 4th and 1. Got to take a shot there downfield with Mahomes. Any way possible, you would have had somebody open on the route. Your quarterback's just too good, and you run the football up the middle, and you get stopped by the Colts on the 4th and 1. Wow. Yep. Definitely, Vaughn. If Vaughn's saying here in the YouTube chat, if your team is in the NFC good, if your team is good in the NFC or so, you'll mostly get that America's Game of the Week on Fox. So you'll get stuck with the announcers that do need to work on that type of energy and emotion or so on the Fox side of things. That's kind of seen boring towards the football fans there. So, yeah, what a big stop by the Colts. And now we have around 5 minutes left to go in this game. And knowing how good they've done so far in action today, pounding the rock with a football, 161 rushing yards. Looks like the Colts' chances to win this game are pretty good. I'm liking the Colts' chances right now. 5:02 left to go on the clock. They're up 16-10. I like those chances. I want to see if there's a win probability sheet. Let's see here. I think there is. Yeah, win probability now for the Colts is at 91.6%. So at this stage of the game, the Colts have a 91.6% chance of winning. And they have the football back. So all you have to do, pound the rock, don't fumble the football, and you'll get the W and the upset here at Arrowhead tonight. That is crazy. I want to see who the Chiefs take on next. Let's see who the Chiefs will take on next, but this presented as a bad matchup for them because the Colts just came running off the clock. Oh, they got some tough teams actually coming up. Next team they got next week with the Texans. That's going to be a good matchup at 1 o'clock. Chiefs-Texans. Texans coming off a storm rolling today against Atlanta. And then I'll take a look at Indianapolis. Let's see who we have for the Colts coming up here. Let's see who the Colts have coming up here right now. 16-10 as they are leading. They have, do they have the Texans next? They got a bye? Yeah, they have the Texans too. So both of these teams have the Texans. Colts have a bye next week though. The Colts with the football, they're going to run for a Marlon Mack down the right side. Past the 30. Dragged down to about the 27-yard line. So Colts now with the football and there are 5 minutes left to go here and Marlon Mack on the carry. Make sure to snap this football off with, you're going to have 2 seconds left to go or 1 second on the play clock when you do snap that football to Jacoby Brissett. Just run down the clock here, run the football, and run the timeout of this game. Four and a half left to go in the fourth quarter right now. 2nd and 4. Coming up. Ace formation here for the Indianapolis Colts. You got 7 seconds. You got to snap that with 2 seconds. They hand it off up the middle of Mack. Mack takes it to about the 25-yard line on the 3rd and short coming up for the Colts. As the clock stops with 4:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout taken. The first charge timeout here by Kansas City. Now, here's the problem. Is that this Kansas City Chiefs team has struggled to run the football throughout this entirety of this game right now. So this is a big 3rd down conversion here. If the Colts can convert, running the football, pounding the rock, you know that they're going to run the football. Can you stop them, though? That's the problem for the Chiefs. Can you stop this run-heavy team right now with 4:17 left to go? So 3rd and 2 coming up right now, everybody, with 4:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. So this is a big 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Coming up for the Colts right now. Ball spot there. Own 25-yard line. Need to get to the 23. They run it up the middle. They do get him. Marlon Mack first down to the 21. Gain of 4 in the rush. The holes are everywhere. Holes, holes, holes. 4:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 coming up. And another timeout taken by Andy Reid. This is unfortunate. Kansas City just cannot stop the run. They cannot run the football and they cannot stop the run. Two things. They are just allergic to running in general, this Kansas City team. Marlon Mack is having a huge game on the ground. 25 carries for 119 rushing yards. No touchdowns, but now, okay, they just updated that. 26 carries for 123 yards by Marlon Mack in this game. He's had a huge game on the ground. So Von saying that he thinks Iron Eagle will call the Texans versus Chiefs game. Yeah, I can possibly see that happening. Yeah, I think Houston, Kansas City next week. What do they have for late games here for CBS? Jim Nantz might be calling that Dallas Jets game. I think they'll probably call that one. Marlon Mack with a carry here. Past the 20 to the 15. Another good gain on the play. Solid 6-yard carry. With about 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And Kansas City takes their last time out here for Patrick Mahomes. Only to see the field for about 5 minutes in the entirety of this second half so far. Wow. What a game plan coming in for the Colts. Yeah, I think Jim Nantz and Tony Romo will actually call that Dallas versus Jets game. That's the CBS late game. So they'll probably call that. It'll be interesting to see how they put everything this week. So how they organize it. 2nd and 4 coming up. 4:03 left to go in the fourth quarter and no timeouts remaining for the Chiefs. The Colts can get a first down at the 11-yard line if they do so. Brissett takes the snap. He hands it off to Mack. Mack up the middle, trying to push the pile forward. And do they get it? They're going to push it. They're going to push it. Here they are at the 11. They get the first down. What a run right there by Marlon Mack. Should be enough forward progress for the first down. Oh my gosh, they should have had him stopped about a yard short. But Marlon Mack and the Colts pushing the pile. And now the Chiefs are in desperate trouble here with under 4 minutes remaining. 42 rushes to 29 passing plays in this game by the Colts, and you can check off this box that they should be able to win this game. The only thing that can stop them is the 2-minute warning now. 3.5 left to go as this clock is ticking down. The Colts with the football, 8 on the play clock, 7, 3rd and 1 coming up. They said that they were a yard short of the first down. This helps the Colts actually if they convert here. Brissett hands it off to Mack. Mack cuts up towards the right. I think that's going to be close. I think he's got it. The refs actually say that it looks like they're not going to give him a good spot. It looks like he's short. 4th down. Yeah, I thought that he was able to cross that first down marker with the ball. The refs say that he is a yard short. So 4th down. What do you do here if you're the Colts? I think you go for it. Oh, no. No, actually, no. Because you want to go up 2 scores. Yeah, put Adam Vinatieri on. Make sure he drills it. But you could go for it and end the game, too, right here. You could do that, too. Especially against the Chiefs defense that's had trouble throughout the entire game. But yeah, you gotta take the points here. 3 points by Adam. You go up 9. You go up by 2 scores. 30-yard attempt with 2.5 remaining by Vinatieri. They snap at the hole. The kick, it's up and through, and you got yourselves a 2-score lead here, Indianapolis. 19-10. Vinny is perfect with a field goal with 2:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. And what a textbook game coming in by the Indianapolis Colts in this one. What a game here by Indy. Yes, Vaughn. Kevin Harlan is fantastic. Such a great announcer. He's awesome what he does for the TV and radio end of the spectrum. He's fantastic as an announcer. Also, Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson's one of my favorites. I wish he was calling NFL games still for Gus Johnson. He's fantastic. If he was still able to call, like, NFL and college games, that would be great. 19-10 is the score, everyone. The Colts will kick off this football with 2:27 left to go, and the Chiefs will finally have the football back for, like, the first time in ages. So they boot off this football, goes all the way to the back of the end zone on the play. Alright, guys. Kansas City Chiefs with a... They've scored 25 or more points in the last 25 regular season games. They're not going to get there here unless there's some type of magic. There's no way they're going to get to that today. So Patrick Mahomes under center right now, 2:27 remaining, and they got the football. So Mahomes finally on the field, takes the snap back to pass, gonna rush up for the first down, pass the 35, he does. There's flags down, tackled at the 39-yard line, gets the first down. There was flags in the field though, so we'll have to check the flags here. We will check the flags and the penalty. 2:19 left to go now in the fourth quarter. Yes, holding here by the defense for Indianapolis, so automatic first down. Yes, I do know Chris Fowler. He calls college games. So Chiefs need to just score any type of points here. Field goal or touchdown. Anyway, they need to score. 2:19 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mahomes back to pass. Rolling out to his right. He's going to pass this one deep down the right sideline. Nobody there. Incomplete. Dangerous pass. Almost picked off. 2:13 stops the clock left to go in the fourth. Another flag down on the field, everybody. There's another flag down. And it's a holding call by the defense once again. Colts with another holding penalty here with 2:13 left to go in the fourth. So pass interference in the secondary by Pierre Desir of the Indianapolis Colts in the play. 2:13 left to go in the fourth. 1st and 10 coming up. Kansas City with no timeouts remaining. So if they do take a shot down the middle of the field, this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2:13 left to go. Ball spotted at the KC 49-yard line. In the backfield motioning. Damian Williams. Mahomes taking the shot over the middle, complete. To about that 33-yard line, gets the first down. They're going to go hurry up to see if they can snap it off before the 2-minute warning. Nice catch by Hardman for the first down. 2:02, 2:01. They didn't get it off. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning here as we'll get back to action and the Chiefs will have the football. Chiefs will have the football driving down the field. They just switched over football possession here. But yeah, KC will get the football back with 2 minutes even left to go on the clock. They can do it either way right now. They can kick the field goal if they really wanted to. They can go in for the touchdown first. Probably go for the TD right now, since they have time to call a play. Ball spot at the Indy 32. So take a shot down to the end zone to see if Mahomes can hit it. Yeah, Chris Fowler's pretty cool, Vaughn. All the college guys are pretty cool. Much better than the Fox guys for football. 21 for 36 passing tonight by Pat Mahomes. 3 yards away from his 300-yard gain. He should be able to get that for sure. Unless he ends it with an interception. 1st and 10 coming up. 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. Time for Andy Reid to dig into the playbook and see what you've got now. Take a shot towards the end zone. Take a shot to hit Demarcus Robinson or McCall Hardman into the end zone for a touchdown. We will see here for the Chiefs. Mahomes takes the snap here. Back to pass in the pocket for Mahomes. Passes the left side downfield, complete past the 15 to the 10. Kelsey is down to the 9-yard line with the first down. Nice play right there. They're going hurry up here for the Chiefs. 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mahomes takes the snap. Passes right corner fade. No, incomplete right there though. To the end, so an incomplete on the play. 2nd and goal coming up. Stops the clock with 1:36 left to go in the fourth. Kenny Albert's an interesting man. Kenny Albert just quite interesting. He's got like a different type of announcer style or so. I'm not really like for his announcer style, but I think it's like quite different or so. He just sounds completely different. 1:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mahomes taking a shot to the end zone, incomplete. His wide receiver falls down, or Kelsey falls down in the end zone, and no flag called. Kelsey cannot believe it. The clock stops with 1:33 remaining. 3rd and goal coming up. The refs are going to say that that ball was uncatchable. I think that's what they're going to say, as no pass interference was called. Let's see if there were any feet tangled up or pass interference here. Oh, yeah, it should have been pass interference, I thought. But once again, that ball was uncatchable. That was well over Kelsey's head, incomplete. Yeah, that was well uncatchable. 3rd and goal, ball spotted here at the 8-yard line. Mahomes takes the pass, going to roll out to his left, going to roll out now, and Mahomes is in trouble. Watch out, he keeps that football with him, he gets dropped back. He gets sacked about... Mahomes needs to get his whole team up here on the field. Somebody's injured, though, for Indianapolis right now. He got sacked all the way back at around the 18-yard line. Somebody is injured. Looks like a torn ACL for the Colts on the play. This is a Teray to the defensive back. This is not what the Colts need, because right now their entire team is like a laundry list full of injury. And Kamoko Teray, right now, 2nd-year player out of Rutgers, is down on the field and he is injured. Looks like an ACL. Looks bad. He is holding his knee right now. Teray trying to go for that sack on Patrick Mahomes. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. Ooh, I think, yeah, somebody stepped on it trying to get to the quarterback, I think. That's where Kamoko Teray on a sack, pinned right underneath Patrick Mahomes. Oof, yeah, I know. I know, Vaughn. Torn ACL almost takes a year to recover. Oh, wow. Kenny Albert does hockey, too. That's cool. So, great versatility there, but not great with this injury with 1:19 left to go in this game. This is terrible to see. This is like a torn ACL, I think. Ouch. This is Kamoko Teray, who is down on the field now for the Indianapolis Colts in this game. Prayers to him right now, by the way. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. They're going to have to get the card out for him right now. This looks bad. Let's see what people are saying about Kamoko Teray's injury. This absolutely looks terrible, though. So, yeah, Teray is right now in the pain, in tremendous pain with the trainers. It looks bad, though. His injury. Looks really, really bad. A knee injury. Possibly an ACL. That's how bad that injury looks. So, right now they're going to go to commercial break. But the Colts did not need that as a team, as they have been banged up and injured throughout the early portion of the season right now. Hey, welcome back into Hammer 35. Once again in the Sportscaster. Thanks so much for joining me, my man. So currently we're on a commercial break. We have 1:19 left to go. Colts up 19-10. Injured player for Indianapolis, as they had to get out the cart on the field as they're going to take them away from the game. That's the defensive end, second-year player from Rutgers, Kamoko Ture. Looked like a serious knee injury. Did not look good at all on the field. Ouch. So he gets carted right off the field. Yeah, that looks bad. Right knee injury, it appears to be, for Kamoko Ture for the Indianapolis Colts. And the 4th and goal coming up for the Kansas City Chiefs, though. It looks like they're going to have to take the field goal with Harrison Butker, their kicker, because Patrick Mahomes got sacked so far back. So they're going to have to take the field goal right now. Butker out for a 36-yard attempt, as that will be, I believe, from the left hash. We'll see here once NBC loads the graphic. Yeah, kind of towards that left hash area for the kicker, Harrison Butker. To snap the hold, Butker's kick. This one is up and through the uprights. So you can do it either way. Kansas City chose to do it this way first. 19-13, the score right now. So 19-13 is the score, and we're going to await this onside kick here in just a moment. So the Chiefs have to convert on this onside kick with 1:19 left to go in this ball game if they have any chance of staying remotely close and to keep this an actual game for the rest of the last 1:15 or so. So they have to go for the onside kick. Actually, we have 1:16 remaining. So 1:16 here. Indianapolis is up 19-13. Kansas City to go for the onside kick. Percent recovered by the kicking team is 0 for 12 this season for onside kicks in 2019. That's the lowest onside kick rate since the year of 1991. 21% 2 years ago in 2017 for onside kicks. So here we go. Will the Chiefs finally be the first team of 2019 to recover an onside kick? We will find out. Kansas City back to doing an onside kick here with 1:16 left to go in the 4th quarter to see if their fate will be determined here with this onside kick. Harrison Butker about to go for the onside. He'll kick this one off. The ball bouncing right into the hands of Jack Doyle. And yes, indeed, the Hammer 35. The Chiefs have beat themselves up in this one. And that ends in a nutshell the Chiefs game today, with Harrison Butker kicking the ball straight away into the waiting hands of Jack Doyle just to go down on the ground with it. And the Indianapolis Colts will win this game 19-13. Wow. This will be the ball game. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the stream, by the way, tonight on YouTube and on Sportscaster. Guys, we're awesome on both of these platforms. Let's see here. Vaughn asked me on YouTube, when do you see Oregon State to be good again? Man, I think it's going to take a while for the Beavers to be good again. I'll say probably like late 2020s, like 2027, 2028 or so. You can't predict the future, but you can at least give them hope or so. It doesn't look likely right now. So the Colts taking a knee, but how about that offense? Second half tonight, 21 minutes and 15 seconds. They possessed that football, keeping Patrick Mahomes off the field, and they did a spectacular job right there. 26 rushing plays to 10 passing plays in the second half. And kudos to the head coach, Frank Reich of Indianapolis. What a great game for Indy. 29 passing attempts by Jacoby Brissett. 44 rushing plays by the Colts. And the Colts have shown why they become run heavy, and they've accomplished it here against the Kansas City Chiefs tonight, taking Patrick Mahomes literally out of this game. One knee, and they have just taken a knee as this game has gone final. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the stream. The Colts with a shocker here at Arrowhead. 19-13. The Chiefs were going into this game scoring, I believe, like over 20-something points in every single one of their games for like a lot of these past games or so. They've scored 20-plus points, and they were held to only 13 tonight. Wow. 19-13 the final. This game has gone final. Before you guys sign off on YouTube, feel free to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. I'm going to sign off here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the YouTube channel, and I'll sign off on Sportscaster in just a moment. Thank you guys for being a part here, as this is Final Yard Football on YouTube. And on YouTube, I'll be back on Thursday night, my next game, as I'll have the Giants taking on the Patriots. Thank you guys so much, and have a nice night.